I say fuck. Do you like it when I say it all manly like that? Fuck.
Isn't this gonna be F8'd out?
No, this is just the video. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
Silly.
Yeah, silly.
Fuck blue shorts. He's an anti-Semitic.
That is true. Just look at him. Blue shorts had a grandpa at the very least. Oh, there he is.
Oh, god damn it.
Damn it. Damn it. I guess we let him in.
Oh, hey, Blue Cocky. Thanks for ignoring my text. The last one I sent you.
One I didn't
I like
even
that
see
beard.
because I'm big timing.
You're dying. Hey, what do you weigh? No. I want to know how close we are right now. I think we're pretty close.
Oh, I want.
You're not allowed to be a dick right now, dude. You're an hour late.
That's true. Yeah.
Probably like 260-ish.
Like I feel
I think we're 20 pounds away.
I feel we walked in
on
on our husband cheating, and he's like, "Well, what the fuck do you want, Jeanette?"
Well, I guess it's
I work 80-hour weeks. I need something.
Never blow me in.
Exactly. What do you care? She sucks it. Thanks, buddy.
No, we haven't started yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were waiting for you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
You know how fast we are
We already have
to get the show on the road.
Did you tweet that joint yet?
Get here.
I'm doing it right now.
Good to see you, man.
Good
to see you, buddy. Is it R.I.P. Jim Vance?
Never
Got a
get to hear
BC?
that. Never get to hear that.
Because Nate Gonzalez just like that.
Man.
If he can't like it, nobody can. I should probably spit out this gum.
No.
Did you say cum?
Yeah. I've been chewing on cum for like 47 minutes.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Nice.
I'll just explain that later.
I already know the explanation.
What is it?
I saw your tweets about Chris Russell and Kirk Cousins.
WrestleMania.
I saw your write-up.
I did think, like, is he going to see this?
Oh, I made that connection.
Oh, that sucks.
All right, it's getting tweeted. Othman even has a mention in it. So does Pete. So does
Oh,
Chris.
shit. I done came up.
Hey, do you mind if I drink my shake? Protein shake in here?
Yeah, you can drink a protein shake.
It's contained lid.
Can I
All right,
have some?
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Wait.
proteined up.
I'm trying to get cock diesel.
He's trying to get so proteiny he can't drive home safely.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I can see my love handles over the table.
I freaking love you, dude.
God,
You can
All
lower
right.
your chair.
yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, Chris, let me get your level real fast.
Check. I'm late 1-2. I'm late 1-2. Like
All
my
right.
girlfriend.
All right,
Blue.
That's
Jew.
we're
terrible.
going
I don't
to
know.
start.
Oh,
It wasn't a bad
my
rap, but
God.
that's a very scary feeling.
New direction for the show today.
I dig it.
It's all mid 70s. Like, I guess you would say easy listening, but jazz fusion as well.
Is there going to be a time where you ever go back to not changing into a new direction for the show at the start of every show?
No. It's improv. What can you say? I like to keep people on their toes. None of this is funny, but it's coming out of my
No,
mouth.
I dig it, man. I dig
Thank
it.
you.
I'm even using 70s black vernacular.
Yes.
Because
Black vernacular.
Chris is a
black
jive.
vernacular.
Chris is a jive turkey. Let's just put that out there.
Let's be honest.
He is a jive turkey.
It is what it is. He is a bit of a jive turkey. I mean, I know that he made us wait for him for an hour because
I didn't make you wait.
Yeah.
I just it worked out that way.
okay,
Yeah, he's kind of like,
he doesn't like to own up to things either. I don't know if you could tell.
he's not a physically abusive dad, but he's like the dad that holds his family hostage for dinner because he's like, look, if I catch any of you eating without me, I will beat you within an inch of your life with this belt.
But feel free
But
to eat if you want.
Daddy,
Physically obesive, more like.
I like that.
but Daddy
Yeah.
needs to go to the bar because you are all such bad kids and a bad wife, and
Yeah.
have a few
Are you
Right.
leaving, Pete?
before Pete's just leaving. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm
Pete's-
45 minutes late, and now Pete's here and gone. What? I'm
All
not
right.
speaking right. What is wrong with
Yeah, maybe we should start over. Pete,
I think we're all having
has
strokes.
Pete taken over? Like, has he just succumbed to the producer
Ew.
role I know. Sajiz to the producer. Sorry, you can't say that on F8 that. Is he just going to be the producer now? Because I noticed that he talks less, he leaves a lot more, and
I think he just doesn't care.
Okay.
There's no production taking place. I just don't think he much
He's
cares
over
for
it?
this show.
He's over
Well,
your basement.
Let's be honest. This is just a jerk off that I do because I grew up listening to
F8
radio.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I could see that.
That's
But I
it.
mean, you did get like,
I love it. It'll go nowhere.
yeah.
Like if I
That's comforting.
ever
That's such a
achieve
bummer.
in other places, like people might find it,
Yeah.
but barring me, I don't know, like becoming a race car driver, shooting the president, some sort of infamy, you
Right.
know, like I don't know.
Wait, so when did you learn that this
Can
was
you
gonna
not say
lead to
president
nothing?
in my presence, please? Thank you.
Yes.
When did you learn that this was, or when did you take or get, I guess just
You won't get
Just-
to your point.
when did you just accept the fact that this wasn't going to go? Was that a year ago? Has it always been like that?
That's when
Because
he
I
invited
feel
me
like it's
on.
kind of messed up that you led Pete in shorts on for a year,
Right.
believing this is actually going to go somewhere. If that's how you truly
No,
feel.
Yeah,
when
it's-
Pete came on, that was kind of my last gasp of thinking something could happen.
Oh, okay,
and like
cool.
Pete
That's good.
tried a good 4 or 5 months
So okay.
and nothing
So
happened.
before
Yeah.
shorts actually
Great,
jumped on.
awesome. Good thing
Well-
I'm not like building big plans behind the scenes.
You guys are radio guys, so I feel doing this for the sake of doing it is fine.
Yeah.
Like if
Awesome.
we're three skilled rappers, clearly you're the only skilled rapper here,
Thanks,
but if we
man.
were 3 skilled rappers,
Here I was thinking we were slowly building a chemistry and working out the kinks for something later, and I guess I was
mean,
just
look.
completely wrong.
Look, sorry.
I hope that happens. That would represent 10 years of my life being for something
Right.
instead of nothing. Instead of just like when I die, they're going to etch like a little microphone on my tombstone.
Oh,
to
that's
be
so
like,
sad.
to be like he podcasted.
Oh my god.
Imagine what they're gonna etch on mine.
Just
It'll
the
just be-
caramel bugle.
I was just gonna say like a link to the JFK website.
cbslocal.org / hashtag Zanga / MySpace biz.
It should not be shit.
Check out these latest Redskins trade
URL.
rumors.
Why do they whore you like that? You know what you should do? You should buy a vanity link and just have it forward to your article so you can at least pretend like you have a real
Mhm.
website.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have to.
No,
talk
it's
about
cool.
this
And
right
then
now.
every 5th link would be a dummy link that just goes to that picture of him with his black prom date.
Emphasis on dummy link.
Just like a Russian roulette thing.
All
Everyone,
right, dude, chill with the trigger words. Christ.
oh,
my
you
God.
can't say that one on air.
Yeah.
F8.
Yeah, the African American words. Sorry,
Jeez.
took it too far.
Oh God.
Remember when you had a job? No. Everyone, it's Papa's Basement. I'm John Papa Giorgio. I am joined by Othman Boucharab today
Yo.
of the Rodcast.
I like
Let's say that.
What it is.
I like how you kind of Arabed up his name a little bit.
I like
How'd you
it.
say it?
I go, Othman Boucharab.
It's men.
That's-
Othman Boucharab.
Entenmann's bullshit.
I used to know how to say Papa's last name the Greek way. What is
Yeah,
it?
not my
Papa
slave name way.
Giorgio or something like
Papa
that.
Giorgio, yeah.
Giorgio.
Giorgio.
I said, thanks for having me, guys. It's been a while. It's
It
been a
has.
while.
You've been busy. You've been
Hold
busy.
my head up high.
Sort of. I've just been ducking you guys because I didn't really have the money to pay you back for those classes, but now I do. So I'm
That's
ready to be your
nice.
friends again.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're ready to be friends with you again too.
Let's do it.
Funny how that works. Also got Chris Lingbach in studio.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hi, buddy. What's
I'm
on your
on
hat?
time, ready to go.
You are. You in no way were 1 hour late.
It's
Dude,
yeah.
this-
Othman's gonna have a sip of my protein shake real quick.
That's cool. What's the proof of the protein shake?
What?
Nothing.
First of all, you donkey lipped that thing so hard that I feel like
Donkey, huh?
yeah, I can't say trigger.
no, no.
But yeah, that's interesting. It's very the viscosity of that protein shake is
Yeah.
unlike any other
Very
I've had
runny.
before. Yeah.
Viscous.
Very
fluids.
runny and combustible.
Every time I hear viscosity, it
Mhm.
makes me think of Dr. Steve.
Of course. Flo.
Oh,
yeah.
the fluids.
Ah.
Fluids.
By the way, Pete
Druids.
is going to be here
Yeah.
one day, someday.
That's what you guys were probably saying about me for 45 minutes, right?
Well, no, we were at
No.
mother effing you for the past
Yeah.
39 minutes, man.
Figured as much.
We were riffing hard on how much he blew.
We were all
And
coming up with
continue
our
to
own
blow.
scenarios to bring up
Can
on
you
the
epic
show
that?
as to why you are the worst friend out of all of us and how you've done this over
Mhm.
and over. And each of our individual friendships.
Yeah.
You know what really sucks about this
What?
is that I'm paranoid about a lot of things.
There's a little Jesse Ventura there. I was
naturally paranoid.
I was a U.S. Navy SEAL.
I was rightfully paranoid because this is exactly what I was imagining you guys talking about when I was hitting every goddamn light possible on the way here. F8 that, please.
So you were late, and you were worried that we were going to talk about how you were late.
Basically, yeah. Not only worried, like really angrily annoyed at myself, essentially.
Yeah.
Were you doing that weird thing where you hold the lighter up to your clenched fist?
I didn't leave. I legitimately didn't leave work until I was already supposed to be here. Supposed to
Whose
be
fault
you
is
guys here
that?
at 7, and I didn't leave work until
Maybe if you worked
7.
harder.
Are you trying to like draw some sympathy out of us?
Yeah.
No,
Like,
I'm
what
not. No. You know that angering type of traffic that you hit,
Yeah.
where it's like every single light, and you have to be somewhere, so it's like your anger is amplified, and you're just fucking. Sorry.
I might F8 that.
I meant to
one,
say
yeah.
fuming.
Okay.
Fuming mad.
You're foaming.
Not fucking mad. Fuming mad.
Okay, yeah. It's like everyone's working against you, including yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, why did you have to stay at work so late?
Like you're just sitting behind every single traffic light going, there's nothing
It's not
I can
anything,
do about this.
Was
There's
there-
zero I can do about this, and it's maddening.
Was there some like
John,
crazy
maddening.
breaking news that kept you at the office super late, or
No, let's just say I took a sleeping aid last night and was
butt late?
3 hours late to work. So it just sort of pushed
Whoa.
things back a little bit.
Okay.
My boss actually, credit to him, didn't text me until 1 p.m. that said, "Are you coming into work today?"
Damn, geez.
Jesus H, dude. What time did you come in?
1 p.m.
So he texted you as you were coming.
Yeah.
He literally texted me right as I'm
Jeez,
walking.
that is so
like,
awkward.
so that-
I said, "Be right there. 2 seconds. We'll explain fully."
What was your explanation?
I took a sleeping aid.
Oh,
Oh.
last night. Okay.
No, I think his explanation
in
was he
late.
probably breathed in his boss's face. And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, shut up, John.
I was doing some character work last night.
Yeah.
What kind of sleeping
That's
aid?
not true. For the record.
Yeah.
What kind of sleeping aid did you take?
Silly trazodone.
Oh yeah, that'll do a number on you.
Yeah, it
Are you
pummeled
prescribed?
me. Yeah. I just don't take it because of like instances like this. I just don't. I don't feel.
Wait, is that a muscle
reliable there.
relaxer too?
No, it's a sleep aid that just happens to help you not think that the world's going to end tomorrow.
Oh, I legit just figured you were like wink, quote unquote sleep aid for
Yeah.
Loco.
No. John.
You thought I was just making up a
Yeah,
prescription?
like just for Loco and barbiturates, like
Yeah.
as usual. But
We'll talk after the air.
okay, yeah,
After
please.
the air. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, there's no air
I'm-
here.
I am
After the
definitely.
air. After the air is all gone because the polar ice caps have evaporated.
I have been
What?
smoking
What?
freebase retard as well lately, so don't worry.
What is
Is that a new prescription for you? Because I
Here's
only
what I
know-
wanted to happen. I wanted to get here on time at
Mhm.
7 p.m.
Whoa.
and be friends with my friends here. And then instead, I'm just sitting in my car furious because I did it to myself, just like everything else, just like the alcoholism, just like you gaining 60 pounds in 2 years. And then nobody's going to ask any questions about it. I'm sure I meant to do that. I'm sure I meant to do all of those things. It just sort of happened. All right.
I mean, I understand.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
You were under 200 2 years ago. That's what I took away from this. Get out. When was that?
I appreciate your passion. I really do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't.
Don't strain yourself, fatty. You'll pop your heart.
Damn, dude, you hear that?
No, I weigh.
You guys will,
I legit
you guys
weigh
will
like.
go at each other with fat jokes.
No, I'm at 259. A couple of months ago when I started CrossFit, I was at 259.
Oh, so you just lost what? A pound?
I refused to weigh in because
Oh,
I
okay.
did like 4 weeks in, and
You
I was
just
down
stopped eating
maybe an
shitty
ounce.
beans for a little while.
Oh.
That's all.
I don't do the shitty beans bit.
By the way,
Bob was in here all night.
keep thinking I didn't know that you were mocking the shit out of me on Twitter today. F8 that, please.
Wait, how was I mocking you specifically?
Because
I
you're doing
mentioned
the
3
bit where
different bits.
you're hashtagging bad bits that I think are funny that aren't.
What
So
about-
you're mocking me. I know exactly.
Wait,
You've been intently
wait.
listening to every episode that I've been on for the past 6 months.
I know I love you on the show.
And I appreciate that.
I do.
But
I
you're really
legitimately-
only listening because you're just building up ammo to fucking mock me with. F8 that, please.
Wait, but what about the?
I fucking know you.
you won't
think
even.
I don't know
you won't even let me speak. What about the hashtag I'm Jewish?
Now
thing?
he's doing the
That had nothing to do with you.
Right. That was John's
So
bad
that
bit.
was me mocking him.
Yes, you were
No,
mocking John. You were
genuinely-
mocking me.
Honestly, that was the
Yeah.
only bit that I genuinely liked out of those 3 hashtags.
You're-
So I was
Yeah.
mocking you, but John, I think the Jewish bit is hilarious. And honestly, I think the only reason you didn't sell it with him is because you're worried about coming off anti-Semitic on the show or whatever, because you have like a real job at CBS
Yeah.
Local. And I think that you whored him a little bit because it was a funny bit, and you guys no sold him.
He didn't want to anger.
Oh, did we
former
no
Redskins
sell you? Was it
quarterback.
money, Ricky?
Yeah, he was down to the felt on the show, to be honest with you, and he was kind of depending on you guys to help to size him up, and you didn't do that.
Did you get steamed in your undies?
I think someone needs to calm down with the Jeff smoke.
Honestly, I think you you guys have been doing a great job on the show. I love you on the show. I love Thom on the show. He does a really good job too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
My
you lying
favorite,
to save mine.
honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. The episode that I went back and watched and listened to the most was the one where you were doing the character work and you were falling asleep in the middle of the show and just forcing Papa to try to
say
create something out of nothing, because that just made me laugh so hard. And I don't know if it was entertaining to everybody like it was to me.
Doesn't matter.
It
It's funny. Yeah,
That's
it's funny.
I can tell you by the
so much.
tweets. It definitely
So
was not.
that was genuine praise. I was literally like getting coffee with you guys because that's a praise BDK bit. But
Thanks for explaining it.
well, you hoarded me. You just no sold me like you did with him. But no, I love you on the show, and I do like those bits, even though I think that they don't translate very well on the podcast medium.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's probably it. Well, I should probably tell you this, John.
Sure.
Your voice won't crack right
yeah,
now.
let me crack my voice a little bit more. Thom, who was on the show, what was it, a week or two ago? How long ago was it?
I think it was last week. He was doing it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the Facebook bit.
Yeah, he was genuinely annoyed by the Jewish bit too.
Yeah, but you guys kind of teamed up against Papa, and it was kind of like, oh, I'm going to pretend this annoys me. Oh, you're going to pretend this annoys you too? All right, let's do that for the rest of the show.
No, here's the conclusion that we came to was that, see, we had always talked about doing the improv cast or something.
Yeah.
Like a side thing where we can do our character
In
work
Prava's basement.
Yeah.
on a separate like show so that we don't bring it in here and ruin this terrible show.
Yeah.
So instead,
This is Pride and Joy, dude.
instead
Don't-
you brought it into this show because we don't have improv cast because you just whore me and you're never going to let us fucking do the improv cast. F8 that. Thank you.
See, he's doing a character right now where John has to go back and edit this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. John does. Yeah. John has
Oh, that's right. I do send it to you sometimes. Yeah.
Dude, kayfabe, what the fuck? Why do you always break that?
Well, this isn't the improv cast.
Yeah, exactly. I'm keeping it real.
Yeah, he's not John
What I'm saying is
Improv
that
Georgia.
what was frustrating about the Jewish bit wasn't the fact that it wasn't funny at all. It was the fact that John surprised us with it. It was
not part of the
Well,
outline.
didn't you
was- there was
surprise
a
him with
45
your
there was a-
character work?
There was a 45. Of course, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know you're throwing my own
You're right.
hypocrisy back in my face. And I understand it, and I
Sounded like
appreciate
a
it. And
frog.
fuck you for it. F8 that. Please, thank you.
You don't get to be mad at me for making a good point there.
Yeah, I do. Fuck you. That's why F8 that.
He gets to hip.
What was annoying is that there was a 45-minute pre-show production extraordinary thing that you love to do for where it's like you and Pete jerk each other off and
We like to
and-
hang out with our bros.
and,
Sorry.
and
How we
get
focus.
coffee. Yeah, or we could just hang out here with the mics on, but that's cool too. That's another story for a different day.
It's just a hang, brother, man.
And
Only if
never
we're on
once
time.
in that 45 minutes did the Jewish bit come up.
Mhm.
You just surprised us with it out of the gate, took all the wind out of the room, out of the sail or whatever the fuck we're sitting
Yeah,
in. We're sitting in
the energy
sailboat.
out of the room. I think you mean.
Yeah, you took all the energy out of the room right from the very start of the show, and then it was just like, all right, cool, well, fuck us then.
But you guys kind of decided
Let's
that
just spend
it
45
was,
minutes trying to find momentum.
I mean, for you to say that,
I thought
though-
Pete riffed with it.
yeah, Pete was digging it.
I mean, I was trying.
Just like the time I came in and
Sidetracked
said I
left
was a
and right.
quarter Korean and Pete pulled at his eyelids.
If I was in
I'm
there,
always there for you, Johnny.
I totally would have been prepared and ready for the bit because I saw
Yeah.
you tweet about it like 4 days before.
By the way, I
Yeah,
guess
exactly.
on headphone roulette on who has the shitty headphones that
Uh-huh.
only seldom work,
Sorry, bro.
I guess I lost this
Yeah,
week.
sorry.
I don't
I
think it was
originally had
roulette
it, but
as
you
much
weren't
as-
here.
Yeah, as much as
Yeah, we smoked him out.
Oh, do you mean Russian roulette? Hurting.
That's,
Do you
that's
wanna
three
switch?
Trump
I'll-
jokes.
Stick it in my poop. I know, because I saw your face and I realized how it annoys you, and I'm like subconsciously trying to get back at
No,
you.
it doesn't annoy me.
No,
You
it
can do it.
annoys you. I know. Dude, I know. Don't worry.
I love these two fighting like a
Yeah.
married couple.
How is he
anytime
mad
during-
at me for him being an hour late? I want everybody. Let
No,
the
it's
record
cool, dude.
let
MAGA,
the
let's
record
do it.
state that this guy was 59
that's
minutes
his
late,
anger
and
judo.
he comes in here on fire, angry at everybody else. How does that happen?
He is a judo master.
Wall just got
No,
10 feet
he is
higher.
not.
Let's just
He has
do
his
it,
white
guys.
belt. He has the one yellow strip that you get after 2 weeks of going to classes.
They put the butt hurting electric tape
Are,
on
are, you
it.
Yeah,
talking, are you
exactly.
talking about my stretch marks, dude?
You're not allowed to be mad at everybody for you being late.
I'm sure I can.
There were the
Hey,
millions
can
and
you be mad at
millions.
them and then not me?
Yes, of
Sweet.
course. Yeah, you're my guy, Pete.
All your listeners were waiting for the YouTube link to go up. We were sitting here, jacking our peepees
Yeah.
because you gotta F8 that because
No, that stays.
because this guy
That's-
had to write a story about Chris Russell.
Oh my god, I just that thing where like you laugh sometimes so hard that you almost pass out. That just happened to me.
Not on the show.
I literally almost died right in front of you guys because you made a funny.
Thanks, buddy. I love your beard, by the way.
Thanks.
It's
dude.
very
It sucks. It makes me feel old and I'm gonna die, and it doesn't matter because I'm going to.
It's the
because-
beard of an
Just let
80s
America
AIDS
great
patient,
again.
but not the face of an 80s AIDS patient.
that's so funny, dude. Yeah, I think you made a fat joke.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
That's two fat jokes that you've made about him.
Well, he came in
See, this
saying
is,
he
this
was
is-
heavy.
This is CrossFit John.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
I'm a
CrossFit
bully
John.
now. Give me 30 more pounds. I'll be the biggest dick on earth. I'll be kicking sand in your shit on the beach.
Don't you feel
I
like
think you mean widest dick. Wait,
That's
what?
true.
Damn.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I wish I had the widest dick.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to make fun of your dick by calling it a chode.
Uh-huh.
And when you said biggest dick, I was like, no, John's not the biggest.
But
dick
that's
because
great.
of
I would
his
Oh,
love
you're saying he's
some-
rocking like a tuna
My
can?
mental process is all out
I'd
of
be
whack
fine
there.
with Charlie Tuna.
That would be horrible.
It'd be
How
kind
would
of.
you even make any like penetration?
Because
Whoa.
the joke didn't
Yeah,
work
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
he was
Yeah, how-
talking about losing weight.
How long is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
wide
yeah.
dick?
Yeah.
It's literally a tuna can in this hypothetical.
Oh, that's not good.
Mine's 8 3/4, but I measure from the small of my back. So, so why are you mad at us?
Can I
Let's
tell you
just-
this terrible joke that my dad used to tell me all the time?
Yeah,
Sure.
besides if it's about penis length.
Yeah, it was a bathroom joke, and he goes, son, and it was like as we're up at the urinal, he goes, this is where the dicks hang out, and I was like,
Oh,
That's-
what?
no.
And he was like, well, it's a detective joke, dicks, dicks,
Like Dick Tracy.
right? Dicks hang out in the bathroom. This is where the dicks hang out in front of the urinal. And I was like, I don't
That's
get
a
it.
tough sell.
Yeah. So what were you gonna say?
Your dad's always
Nah.
he's always going for those risky jokes.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
you can see their hooters pop out and stuff.
Wonder where I get it from.
I was going to say, yeah. It runs in the family.
This is where their hooters hang out.
That was the first time I met his dad.
Uh-huh.
Was when he walked up to us at Potbelly.
It was you, me, Chad Dukes, and who else?
I don't know, it was some other traffic guy or
forgotten
whatever.
soul.
Yeah,
His name was Seth Rich.
and we're sitting there eating. We're eating Potbelly, and all of a sudden, we see this dude confidently strolling up to our table, and we had no
God,
idea
It
who
was
he
my
was.
worst
Yeah.
fear because we lived right around the corner from this Potbelly, and when I say we, I meant when I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment
And
with my parents.
He
in
means
Fairfax.
worked.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I
You didn't know it was his dad? Like he was
I'd
walking
never met him.
over
I
with
saw-
an
I
eyeless
saw his
dog under
old-
his arm?
I saw his old Cadillac just like sitting like the next corner over,
Like,
and we're
please
sitting
God.
outside on the street corner eating our stupid sandwiches.
Okay.
And I'm like, this can't be happening.
This is a scene
Fucking
from
be
Boys in
happening.
the
I
Hood.
hate that.
He's so happy and
Except there's a
confidently
dad in the
strolling up
mix.
to our table,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
hear Shorts go, "Oh God, please no, oh no!" And I'm like, "What's going on? Like, what does he know this guy?" And he's like, "Oh God, oh no!" And then his dad gets to our table and he goes, "Hey, how's it going, son?" And Shorts is like, "Hey guys, this is my dad. This is Dad. This is Othello, Chad, and whatever Ryan." And he goes, without missing a beat, his dad goes, "Yeah, I'm sitting here in my car. A lot of the young mothers are running around chasing their sons, and sometimes their hooters pop out."
Oh God! Oh, so
We're all like,
Can you think of a worse person to say that in front of too than Chad Dukes, who's like totally gonna not
yeah.
mock you about it for 1,000 years
on the air. Yeah. So everyone knows that your dad just sits there waiting for young mothers' hooters to pop out.
And the worst part was I saw him sitting in his car for 10 minutes before he came over, which
like,
means
what
he
is
was
he doing?
actually doing it. He was actually sitting in his car waiting for the young mothers' hooters to pop out of their shirt.
I've never heard
Inverted
anybody,
Pringles can in his lap.
I've never heard anybody use the word hooters the way it's intended.
Yeah,
to be.
exactly.
Oh my God.
Like you only hear that when people are being ironic or going to Hooters.
It was literally the worst situation that could have happened in that instance, and the worst choice of words. All of it. The whole thing was the worst situation.
Anyone old enough to sexually interact with breasts would not use the term.
I'm sure Dukes doesn't still bring it up all the time, by the way.
I mean, it's why wouldn't he though?
I
I think he will. I think he will now.
Yeah.
You can see their Hooters pop out.
I'll send an email and tell him to write it into the Christmas card.
Thank you.
So what's up, guys? What's up, guys? I heard that you went
Long time
viral
no
the other
see.
day and you tried to ruin it for everybody.
That's the thing.
I did ruin it. I managed to ruin it for everyone. The other
Who's
day,
everyone?
I mean, you
Like
really
your
did.
family?
Even the dead.
no, I ruined it for Jim Vance. I ruined it for Chris Lingbach. I ruined it for Chris's eyeless dog.
Can you stop
Why
making
do we
fun of his
gotta bring
eyeless
up-
dog?
yeah,
What?
His mother clearly is
poor
not happy
pup.
about that.
His mom doesn't listen to the podcast.
If it was a cat, you would never bring it up.
It's really sad too, because like first time I went over there after she got her eyes removed, she still plays fetch. She's
Oh god.
acclimated really well.
Can we not talk about
surprisingly.
your eyeless dog,
What?
dude?
No,
It
no,
bums
so
me out.
sad.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
first time I threw her her stuffed animal.
Did you take the eyes off that
God,
too?
dude.
Well,
Oh my
well, my dad
This
starts.
is
My
ridiculous.
dad starts laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? And he goes, because you threw it too high. She couldn't hear it drop, so she doesn't know how to find it.
Oh my god, dude, that breaks my heart, man.
Hold on. I just want to.
I
Don't show me a
Do you have
picture
a
of an
picture
eyeless
of
dog.
it?
I'm
Why do
not.
you have
If
a
you do
picture of
that,
it?
I won't do anything.
I'm
but-
not going to show you a picture of a dog. All right.
I don't know.
This
This
is
is
just-
going to be something.
This is just an eyeless cavefish. That's all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
I can
See?
deal with that.
That's
Cool. What's the point of that?
Because it doesn't
You're
have
saying
eyes.
it's
Just
not-
trying to halt another show.
Yeah.
Why not,
exactly. The cavefish
Okay, it's
was
not
Jewish.
going anywhere,
The
right?
Incredible Hulk.
It's gefilte
Nothing's gonna
fish.
come of this.
Wait, so if it was honestly, if it was, I truly believe that if it was an eyeless cat,
Yeah.
he would never bring it up ever.
Oh.
But because he has no
No.
soul and doesn't care about dogs,
My penchant
It's the
for
funniest thing in
cruelty
the
goes
world,
beyond
Dan.
my loyalty to cats. so.
I find that
Dude,
hard to believe.
I laugh because I would
Well,
cry otherwise.
How about we blind one of Pete's cats and we test the hypothesis?
yeah, I was
Oh
going to
my
say,
God.
he's definitely
Because
crapped on my cats
I'm
before.
with
Yeah.
And has
Wait,
wished
but you don't have
ill,
an eyeless cat.
and has wished ill upon them.
you don't have an eyeless cat.
No.
No, I don't. No, but like every time I brought home or like taking care of like a rescue cat or something like that, he's like, "What's it like to
It's
have
a really
dying
fancy
cat?"
way for saying you, while drunk at 1 a.m. on Friday night, stole a cat.
John does
I didn't
gonna say
steal
some
it.
fucked
Okay,
up
we gotta
shit,
get into
though.
that.
That
Fake
that
those,
cat
please.
came to me. That cat came to me. Right?
John does say some really soulless stuff. Like
I know, dude.
he'll like look into your soul and he'll go, "What's
Uh-huh.
the worst thing I can say?" But kind of joking, but in a way that you're really not sure if he
Yeah,
is.
well,
and
I want
you're
to
gonna think about
acknowledge
it
what
for-
you said, but
Yeah.
then make you feel bad about it,
Right.
even though it was something
Yeah.
totally genuine.
Which comes back to my point about the viral post is that John's a terrible person.
No,
I
you know,
Wait,
I
so
never
what-
got to see this
Look,
post, John.
I'm
What
gonna-
happened?
I'm going to present my case to the listener.
Yeah.
And you guys at the end of this, you judge if I'm terrible.
And by that he means lie to the listeners.
Well, you'll have your chance to rebuttal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So
This is Papa versus Chris
Yeah.
Lingbach.
In the battle over nothingness.
So what happened?
all right. So was it Saturday? It was Saturday morning. Word broke that beloved DC cultural icon, institution, news anchor Jim Vance for our local NBC affiliate. Like, imagine Anchorman if it were real and he weren't an ass.
And he was black.
Yeah, and he's black. You can't forget the most important part.
I don't think that's the
Um,
best way to describe this situation, but go ahead.
So Jim Vance, very black. He was our the anchor at NBC4 since
For,
like
I
70,
think 49 years or something
A
insane like that.
ridiculous run,
Right.
ridiculous, like unheard of, will never happen again.
Yeah.
The guy, I think when Marion Barry got busted for crack, his first call afterwards on how to rehab his image was to Jim Vance, who like made it through some coke problems of his own in the mid 80s. The guy just,
Allegedly.
yeah. Well, The guy, like
don't have
everyone
any
in
video of
DC loved him. My childhood was watching that News 4 cast. That
so
that was my team.
So he's a big deal in the DC metro area, a legend.
He beloved, like
A living
no
legend.
anyone dislikes
not
Jim
anymore.
Vance.
A dead legend.
Yeah. Legit, you'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like the guy is just above reproach. I don't know. So word broke he died Saturday morning. And
Do you think they put out a breaking news sounder?
yeah.
At his funeral.
Is it
And
too
they got a
soon?
CGI Jim Vance to talk about it. Do you think they like maybe 2 weeks when
Dude,
he
that
was
would be hilarious if he pre-taped his own.
I was gonna say, yeah, when he was really
Oh, sorry, I
fading.
didn't mean to step on.
They're like, come on, Jim.
That's such a good bit.
Be a team player.
So what happened? So he
I
dies.
am dead.
Breaking.
Yeah.
More at 11.
I am talking to you from the ether.
Vance's view.
It's the inside of a coffin.
That's actually like they should do that. That would be so great. It'd
Just
be
cut
so
to Vance's
confusing.
view and it's just black.
It's like Tupac, like
It's just a gaping
talking
hole
about
in
his
the
own
ground.
death on 7 albums. So what happened? So he died. You were
He
bummed
dies.
out.
And
That's you care about that more than eyeless dogs.
very much so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. Maybe we've been doing too much improv lately. But between me hearing about it and my drive home from my CrossFit gym where I'm becoming sexy, it was like a 10-minute thing. And I conceived of just like writing a Facebook post where I like pretty tongue in cheek say that I was a drug dealer in DC in like the mid 80s.
Except it wasn't tongue in cheek.
Jim Vance.
You wrote this up as you're driving home.
No, I'm not that unsafe. Like I'll
Okay.
text, but like writing the whole thing, that's
Right, because
ballsy for me.
you don't want to be in Vance's view.
Sharing his view of worms crawling in and out. So he's later in the show, sir. So I get home and I write this dumb post with several just blatant things that like people should do you have the actual post to read?
Yeah.
You sent it. Okay. Can you read this on air?
The
This
whole
is what-
thing wasn't it like 5 paragraphs?
Wasn't it shared
That was
by
a
a
little-
bunch of people? Isn't it doesn't it just live on the internet now? Should I be able to find it?
You should. It's on a couple
Was
pages
it
still.
Jim
I have a draft.
Vance.
All right, I'm going to read it in the tone that it was rich.
Okay, so this is just something like I'm not trying to pass this off as real. Like it's so over the top to me, at least.
You feel like you're clearly doing a bit.
I said that I'm in the early. He made me so I explained this bit to Chris because I deleted it immediately, and already a friend's mom who saw it, mind you, my friend who I went to kindergarten with, and she was like our lunch lady or a bus driver or some crap. So she legit knew me in elementary school and stuff. This is a post about me
Big
talking
time.
about being a drug dealer
Way to
in the
name
early
drop.
90s when I would have been 10 or 11 in DC. She reads this post and somehow even her, who knows me 100%, knew exactly what I was back then, was like, John, that was the most heartfelt post. I hope you
my
put it back up.
God.
And the instant I heard that, I was like, this probably isn't a wise idea. But then I have lunch with Chris
Uh-huh.
and I tell Chris what
Well,
happened.
can I just read
Yeah,
it
let's hear the
Please,
post first.
Just read it.
before you fucking ruin the show some more?
Oh my God, dude.
Eh,
We're in his basement.
he's right.
I'll never forget it. Though it now seems like a lifetime ago, in the early 90s, I was making a living, in parentheses, if you want to call it that, selling drugs in downtown DC. I can't say I was proud of this, but one does what they have to in order to get by. One evening, out of a gorgeous office building, walks an incredibly dapper-looking gentleman. I could tell he was a man of integrity, a man that commanded respect, unlike the members of the crowd I was mixed up with.
Oh,
I wanted nothing to do
for
with him
God's sake.
because seeing someone that successful made me feel bad about myself. But he walked right up and introduced himself as Jim Vance, snatching the crack I thought I'd skillfully conceal in my pocket.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He dumped it out on the pavement and then stepped on it, uttering a line that has stuck with me through the ages. You're better than that, son. Dope is for dopes. I was livid. Those drugs represented my livelihood. But then Mr. Vance proceeded to produce 5 crisp, clean $100 bills and said, if you'll just listen to me, listen to what I have to say over half smoke at Ben's Chili Bowl, these are yours at the end of the night.
Okay, so
It's not over. It's not over. It's not over.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, by the way.
Having nothing better to do with my night now and intrigued by the man's poise,
Dope is dope.
I decided to go with him. And that evening single-handedly turned my life around. Over the course of our meal, Mr. Vance told me what it was to struggle, what it was to achieve, what it was to live using language I could relate to.
This is amazing.
I hung on to his every word. By the end of that night, knowing that without a shadow of a doubt, I was out of the drug game forever. My first meal in weeks in my belly, and my mind swimming with newfound wisdom.
Oh my God.
We walked back to Mr. Vance's car, a jet black Rolls Royce. Now, I know I said I was going to give you $500 at the end of the night, he said with a smile. But what good is $500 going to do in pockets so ratty? He then opened the trunk of his vehicle and pulled out a brand new Armani suit, one of easily 5, neatly folded on top of one another. This looks about your size. Try it on. At this point, I simply didn't know what to say. Why would a stranger show me this kindness when I deep down felt I deserved nothing? Tears streamed down my face and onto the fabric of the new jacket Mr. Vance had put over my shoulders. A man of his word, he then placed 5 crisp, clean $100 bills in his pocket. A year from now, son, I want to be doing a news story about you being the youngest business owner in the DC metro area. Okay. I stammered yes and thank you, what seemed like 100 times in reply. Mr. Vance simply laughed, told me to stay strong, and drove off into the night. The world is poorer for having lost this man. Rest in peace, Jim Vance.
All right.
That's beautiful, dude. That's so well written, too. It's like,
Oh God.
so then what happened?
So, yeah, maybe Chris was right. I feel like tongue in cheek isn't all the way there.
Right.
I felt that was so retardedly over the top.
Oh, you don't need
Yeah,
to
it's
bring
so
that into this.
F8. That's the other R word. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only
You're the
thing,
guy. You have to press it.
Yeah.
the age, like the obvious fact that you would be, what, 10, 11 when this happened?
Well, it started off like
is the
I
only
said,
thing that points to obvious sarcasm. here.
Okay.
Otherwise, it sounds real as crap.
So
It sounds like a news story
Yeah.
because they fluff some of the ends there, and that's exactly what it sounded like had happened to you. It just happened in one night. Maybe this was over a week or something.
So-
I mean, I could believe that if I didn't know you, dude.
Yeah. No one would stop.
Right, a lot of
Absurd.
people could. That's why it was going viral. It's so touching.
It's so absurd.
So what happened? So you post that,
So I posted
hoping
again.
that you'll get a couple likes.
Not only this, but let's just add this too. John and somebody I know were having some falafel at a Lebanese restaurant.
No, we weren't. That wasn't.
And John might have been informed by that person he was having lunch with
who
over
might
the-
or might
over
not
the
have been on
falafel,
trazodone.
that he
Now
had-
that we,
that this thing's going to go viral. You're going to have to commit to the bit.
Oh, okay. So you warned him ahead of time.
No, somebody I
Somebody.
know.
Okay.
Somebody that we both
Some
know.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And
who
so,
happens to like falafel.
all right. So what happened? So you posted, and then
so I post it.
Well, John promised to this person that he
Yeah.
wouldn't delete the post under
Blood
any
oath.
circumstance.
Yeah, I did.
are you the
John's-
person? Like,
John's
what the
word
hell is going on? Stop
John-
doing your
John's
character
word,
bit.
this person might say,
It's
is
duty.
shit. I
Okay.
fake that, please.
It's duty.
So you posted, and
So I post it, and at first, I get a
Yes,
like
and
the likes are pouring in.
Mhm. which is, I mean, you
that's
probably
fine.
just expected,
That's what I want. I want likes.
okay, yeah,
Then I start seeing the shares start to pile up.
okay.
so what you're saying is that you spoke ill of the dead for likes.
I
He didn't speak
Facebook
ill of
I
the dead, though.
talk- Talked
True,
about-
you spoke well of the dead. I misspoke.
Yeah, if anything, it's testament to how great Jim Vance was that people would read this and be like, "Yeah, clearly that happened."
Yeah.
Like
That's what I said. Well, I mean, the
if I
person I
wrote,
knew said. That's what they said.
Okay.
if I
What is
wrote
this bit
this
you're doing?
about Dan Snyder, like every
Character
comment would just
work.
be like, GTFO. You know, like we don't believe
this is like, I mean, I feel like there are a couple instances where I can remember, like, for example, when Paul Walker died and that story about him
getting me half smokes eventually.
That story about him like buying the war veterans engagement ring for his wife with like those stories are when people die, when celebrities die, like it's not that inconceivable that a story like this would pop up. So I'm not surprised that by the reaction that you seem to be getting from this.
I mean, it's like people don't remember what DC was in 91. Like, I'll tell you the story of
back when you were living a harsh life, selling drugs.
I'll tell you what the story of a white 10-year-old crack dealer would have been in DC. It would have lasted one night, and I would have woken up with a bullet in the back of my head. Like, it was a rough city back then. But
it's racist, John.
Yeah, sorry. Somehow I was the great white dope hope in this scenario. So then the sheriffs kick in. And I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah, lots of shit.
Then friends.
I guess I don't understand why you would want likes, which is in a way sharing, because when somebody likes something, it can show up on other people's.
It's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot. It'll say like, Emily liked this, and it shows up on your profile, whatever the hell.
But the shares were too much for you.
No, the shares weren't bad. Then comments.
What was bad, John?
Okay, I'll get to it. So then comments start pouring in, like people who I've really just known via the net and aren't really like friends per se. And they're like, this is so moving. Like, what an amazing story. At that point, I'm like, oh dear, I don't feel so good in my stomach right now. And where it jumped the shark.
Saying that, that's, I mean, what I hear allegedly, reportedly.
Yeah, this guy, the falafel guy, heard it and then told you. Then where I decided to bail on the bit, you remember maybe I worked for like a year at WTOP, the news station in DC. And I'm still Facebook friends with a lot of my former coworkers, Patricia Guadalupe and Neil Augenstein. Okay. And Patricia posts like
Stacey Augenstein.
Wow.
Remember that bit?
Oh yeah.
She
just had a kid.
And I'm like, oh dear.
She did.
And then Neil,
never mind.
here's where I decided to punch out. Neil
reaches out to you.
Says, he comments and says, John, would you be okay with going on air to tell this story about Jim Vance?
It's actually not factually correct.
Do it.
What was the comment? Do you have a
screenshot? Let me just pull it up real quick.
Please do.
So did you screenshot all these, Chris?
Somebody I know did.
So can I?
Incredible story. Care to tell it on tape for WTOP?
So at this point, you have three options. You can either ignore it, you can keep going with the bit, or you can awkwardly and embarrassingly tell him that you're just joking.
So I just go with the option of deleting the post.
Okay.
Right, at this point, worst route.
At this point, it's already like a metastasized cancer because I'm seeing the
John loves success.
Oh, it's out in the world.
He's addicted to success.
That's true. Exactly. I'm running from it. Running. No, I was doing some Lincoln shtick.
Wait, so did you tweet this or post it anywhere other than Facebook?
It was just Facebook.
Okay.
But then even after I've deleted it, I now see all the comments pouring in on the shared posts.
Oh, okay.
Somebody really close to me threatened him before he deleted the post.
Yeah.
By saying that he would just post it to Twitter.
And then
try to get him to not delete it.
The guy said, I will passive aggressively show up 1 hour late to the radio show if you delete this.
Never heard that part.
So you panicked when it became a real thing, when you had
once Neil was like, do you want to go and record a bit for this?
By the way, imagine this is how fucking into himself that John is, by the way. Thank you. Is that one guy who John loosely worked with 15 years ago?
I am old.
Made one comment, and then John thought, oh my God, this is it. This is going to be the one that turns it all around. This is why I got to delete the post.
I mean, okay, so I'll let you guys finish your story before I weigh in.
No, I mean, that's about it. And then like friends started texting me,
all 260 pounds of you,
and being like, either my mom read this, is it true, or like, dude, I didn't know this happened to you. Like stuff like, and I'm like, okay,
God, that would have been great if it made
this is horrible.
It made the news.
So
because they don't. I mean, they don't. I
It would
feel
have
like
been the best thing ever.
they don't need. They don't
Purportedly.
really need your permission because you put it out there. I mean, they could say like,
That's
we
true.
heard this story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's
Like
what
a listener did this.
Well, here's what somebody told John to do.
Mhm.
Don't reply in the comments at all,
I didn't.
and don't authorize any interviews.
Yeah, just let it sit there.
You're just a guy that just posted something on the internet.
I
People do that all the
things
time.
It's
on
up to them
Facebook
if
and-
they want to believe it.
Right.
I post things on Facebook and Twitter all the time that are clearly to me bits
Uh-huh.
that people will react to like it's real. And usually what I do is I'll just ignore the comments and let them believe it if they
Yeah.
want to. But I do understand why you feel the way you do because it became a real thing. It was like you're getting people reaching out to you trying to do something with this, and you felt obligated to give them some sort of response. And you probably felt horrible about admitting that it was just a
So
huge
you're
lie.
not dead inside.
I didn't really care so much about admitting. I was just I felt bad that people were buying it when to me it was so obviously fake. Oh, by the way, also forever looking for mommy's approval. I walk in, I waddle in, all 260 pounds of me. I'll waddle into the living room. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, for your
mom.
weigh-in.
Yeah, I'm like, check out this post. I think you'll get a big kick out of it. She like maybe 3 lines in, like really as soon as she reads that I said I dealt drugs to survive, just angrily lashing out why
no.
you write this crap
And why
do you
wouldn't
tell people
she?
this
That's
Wait,
why you took it
Why
down.
wouldn't you, though?
Exactly.
That's why.
no
Isn't
I
that
had
awful?
it out with her.
He
that,
brought it to her.
I know. If I
to
was
get
your
her to
mom,
convince him to delete the post. How terrible is that?
that does sound like something I'd do, but it was really the Augenstein
That's
thing where it's just like
self-sabotage
okay.
101.
Yeah, Schwartz's ex. Well, what happened if she like what if she was like, "Oh, this is hilarious. Great job." Would you have kept it up?
No, it was when the WTOP crew started like
I mean,
running with
the
it.
vibe I'm getting,
Crew.
the vibe you're giving
One
off
guy.
is that you
2 guys.
that your mom's
Mhm.
disapproval was the straw that broke the
No,
camel's
that
back.
one
He
angered
brought
me.
it to her and said, "Here, read this. You're gonna love it." And when it
Sometimes-
was the opposite because she was pissed that her son was on the internet going,
Yeah.
"I used to be a drug dealer,"
My
which had
parent-
nothing to
yeah,
do with Jim
my
Vance.
parents abandoned me. Because people that know your mom were also having to be like, she probably hated that because they thought that you were just abandoned or like they didn't care about you.
Yeah,
or any of
and
that.
clearly it runs in the family, by the way, like thinking it's all about us, and it's all gonna reflect poorly on us.
Well, I just can't imagine a place where she would think that would be like okay,
No,
where it like
I-
reflects on her family. It was just
once
like,
in
yeah.
a blue
it is
moon,
a funny
you'd think she'd
story.
be
How
like,
you used to
"It's
be a
just
drug
funny.
dealer
This is
and sell
well
your
written."
body for crack.
Yeah, clearly.
By the way, here's why John's terrible, because he took the post down and deprived people of this beautiful story that they didn't know whether it was real or not. It just made their day better. Do you want to hear some of the comments real quick, or do you want to finish your story?
No, go.
This was beautiful. He was a class act. Thank you for sharing, John.
You
What a
were-
great story. I want to know more.
You
You
probably
Wow.
feel
yeah,
so
you were,
horrible.
yeah, you were
at
like
this
you were
point.
like that asshole Batman that
Period,
reveals that it was Harvey Dent is Two-Face
What?
by deleting the post. You could have let everyone know Harvey Dent was a really good guy,
Okay, yeah.
but instead you said I just made it
Yeah.
all up.
He dangled
He-
this beautiful carrot in front of them that made their days better, and then he ripped it away.
I mean, but
Like-
what were you gonna do with the attention had you left it up? Like you okay, let's say you
Like
get
legit,
500
I
shares.
thought it would get like a couple like likes and a couple ha-has, and people would be like, "This is funny." But my one friend who got that it was a joke immediately then posted in such like an obscure, not easy to understand way that it was a joke that everyone beneath him just ran with it.
Oh, so now it's his fault.
Yeah, it really
Right,
is.
right,
Screw
right,
you,
right.
Shane.
I feel like I would leave that up. I mean, I don't want to.
No, I mean
I
you're
don't wanna
better.
pile on
You're a
here.
better man than I.
But I understand why you felt.
It
Awkward
was just
about
getting
it.
so awkward. Like once the shares started compounding, I was like, okay, this is not.
Can you imagine if John actually got real success, like
I'd
fame
I'd
wise?
hang myself.
He wouldn't be able to handle
It's
it.
a lot of. I mean, the only thing I have to relate it to is like sometimes when I post or when I did post on Reddit, like in the past couple of
Uh-huh.
years, there have been times where like
Guys
something
going
I
wild.
post, no, but like a story I post or whatever, reaches the front page. That actually happened once where it reached the front page,
Uh-huh.
and
Was it about the wall?
and I remember
Was
all
it
of-
in- Kirk Cousins
Was it
trade
in the
rumors.
Donald?
No, it was the legit front page of Reddit.com. And all it became was a night of me defending what I posted. You know what I mean?
Your position.
So I was like, why? This is horrible. Like, why did I do this to myself? So I understand like why you felt the way you did.
To take it to its conclusion, like, do you know after this thing is shared like 50, 100 times, let's say, that's not
50, 100 is not a number.
Yeah. It's what I'll weigh some days. Imagine all that goes down. People have been commenting all day, all night. Do I then commit to the bit, dude? Like, there comes a point.
Oh, you mean like you said you were going to that guy that we both know before actually posting it?
Yeah.
Yes, you just commit to it.
But people are going
to bet.
Well, I honestly think you wouldn't commit to it.
I totally would.
No, because you won't even commit to John's Jewish bit because you're worried about losing your job.
No,
if you posted a heartfelt drug dealing story about a guy who just died and it was getting retweeted and shared all over the internet,
first of all, I wouldn't do that because I'm not a beast.
I don't. you would feel so awkward about it, as if like for some reason it would be a totally like ruining your credibility as a news reporter or whatever. I could see why you would take it down. Him, on the other hand, he's a locksmith.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He had nothing to lose.
People are happy when I wash my hands before coming out of the bathroom.
He's living the dream.
That's what I'm at.
Cool.
I don't know, man. I just, at some point,
That
I
was
would
your
have had
racist
to
receipt,
face
John,
the
and
reckoning.
you took it down.
Yeah, I would have had, it's true. I would have had to face, just like racist receipt lady was proven to be a fraud, like a month later, that day of reckoning would have come. I can't help but feel.
Yeah.
Oh, but you would have been living the high life.
Racist receipt lady was probably, they probably have obviously they have no idea it's going to get as much attention as it does. And when it does start to snowball, they're like, oh crap. I could try to keep commenting here and say it's not real, but it's out of my control now.
First of all, that is what freaked me out.
So do we not
freak?
Do we not blame everybody else? Because my theory is, well, like what I do personally is that I don't believe any of that at face value anyways. I feel like everyone's telling a story.
No, dude, like 2% of the people are critical thinkers like you.
I don't. Well, let's blame them anyways.
I mean, I know who you are. Like, I wouldn't have believed it.
That's how I feel.
Drugs in the
First
90s.
of all, by the way, it doesn't matter. He just posted something to Facebook.
You're the host of DC's premier comedy podcast.
He never once at any point did he say this is an entirely true story.
Although I wish he would
put up a post, a Facebook post, and then reporters started replying to him. Whose fault is that if they ran with the story?
Right. Worse
if they didn't take the very small leap
of
clicking on his profile and seeing that he wasn't alive then.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. The worst that would have happened is honestly, dude, it would have just been more eyes on whatever it is you're trying to sell. It's on them for running with the story that they didn't vet.
Can I tell you, this is why I'm slightly furious about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
if anything, it would have been like, oh, more people know about In Papa's Basement.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Could your voice have gotten a little higher? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I agree with you.
Seriously. Like, you are allergic to success. Well, you've been doing a podcast for 10 years, and you actually find the perfect way to get some nice viral exposure, and you deleted it 10 seconds into it, 10 minutes into it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. There are 4 people watching the YouTube stream right now.
Exactly. We're doing pretty good.
That's right. Double.
All right. So,
and like, that's all the WTOP crew right now. Just to verify that the story.
Yeah. Let's just remember
not true.
that one of them is Pete logged into YouTube.
Oh, God damn it.
I don't think it. Maybe
all right. Okay. Look, I'm going to redeem myself.
Redemption song.
And it's going to I'm going to tie it into Chris's day job. I'm going to disclose on Facebook, like this weekend, that Kirk Cousins raped me.
Please do.
And I'm going to let my friend Chris Lingbach break that news.
Can you stop saying my name so closely associated with your fake story?
Chris?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Because
you were asking him to do something that you definitely would not have done.
That's 100% accurate.
It is in the plans that God had for Kurt.
I just Kurt. I'll even give you your article title. Kirk Cousins raped my friend. Right there.
Allegedly.
I love that.
Why do you
idea.
think I was in
It's
DC?
amazing.
Why do you think God brought me to DC?
And then your picture,
These have all been answered, Kurt.
your picture is just me
It
in
was
the
to take
hospital
down the
gown.
liar.
in stirrups, making the Robert De Niro crying face. As they're administering the rape kit. All right.
Dude, you have to try this again. Like next celeb
yeah.
that dies.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Honestly,
But see, now
man.
people
It
are
was
going to
Now
be
it's my
gunning
shtick,
for him.
yeah.
He's already ruined
Nobody
it.
knows.
No one.
No,
People
all the
know?
same people that saw the last story are going to call BS on it because he already faked on him once.
Personally,
You
I feel like
should
they're all
know.
really stupid.
I'm like a bear that's eating human food. I'm just gonna keep eating trash until they shoot me.
Do it.
Dude, if like John Elway dies, you should
Oh,
go
God,
to
yeah.
the Broncos subreddit and post like, you know, this same
Knock
exact
on wood
heartfelt
for John
story.
Elway.
The same exact story.
Didn't know we had Mr. AFC West over here.
I'm dying to know how far it would have gone.
You're
Like,
dying to know.
Are you Jim Vance? Are you Jim Vance?
I guarantee. Like, how many likes and shares did it have when you nervously took it down?
I took it down within an hour, and it's probably already up to like 40 something likes.
You're a locksmith. It's the end of the story.
That's my tombstone, and then the microphone.
All right.
He was a locksmith.
I think I would have left it up because I'd have been like,
Whatever.
I'm
let
desperate
it-
for attention.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever I can get. It's their fault for not. And I would not have responded to the guy's comment. I'd been like, it's on you, dude, for being a dummy buying this.
I think he was trying to verify. I don't think he would have run with it.
He could have verified by clicking on your profile and seeing that you weren't born in 1952.
I wasn't Mr. White Folks from that HBO
That's all
Pimp
it took
special.
was a bit of math for them to be like,
I
okay,
mean,
he's doing a bit.
That's kind of, and that's why I wasn't too happy that Chris suggested I change it, because originally it said I was dealing in the mid 80s. So at that point, I could have been.
Suggest anything.
That's true. The other guy who's eating
Falafel
falafel
guy.
with me. Yeah, falafel guy.
It's fake news.
Bill O'Reilly. I want to rob falafel on your
Fake
crotch.
news, hurting news.
So nubs.
All right, so I guess
Yeah. So I spat in the face of any sort of viral fame.
it's okay, man. You'll have
Regional.
another shot.
It happens all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, Mormon shots.
Yeah. We all remember Gangnam Style's second song.
So what's next? Pete's cat. What are we talking here?
Oh.
It's just silence. Like, what are we doing here? Let's do something.
We can do more celebrity
take a
deaths
pee-pee
with
break?
Bennington.
Pee-pee
Take your
break.
pee-pee break. The bathroom's flooded. It's disgusting.
Your face is flooded with
Yeah,
blood
use a
right
family
now.
bath.
Why is it so
I-
red right
I
now?
don't know.
What was in that protein shake?
Yeah, can I have some
Jesus
protein
Christ.
shake while you're gone?
I think you finished it.
Yeah, I'm actually going
30
to the
grams.
bathroom to go refill my protein shake.
Okay.
Oh, silly. What flavor is it
Size.
again?
It's a chocolate chip cookie. dough.
Okay.
Nice.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Nice.
All right.
We've got I ran into you seeing Judd Apatow this weekend. That was kind of
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere.
I was on a man date.
Thanks for
Yeah.
being
You were
here.
on a hetero date with
Why-
your girl.
Why were you on a mandate?
I was on a man. Well, first of all, look at me. I'm 260 pounds. Not on Tinder.
259.
259.8. I tilted on that scale like I was the
Government
Silver
mandate.
Surfer
Nice.
until it got under 260. And then I was like, okay, we still have not broken that plateau. I was on a mandate because my buddy Comedy Art Brian, what's his Pete?
Comedy
what is
artwork.
Comedy
Comedy
artwork. Comedy artwork on Twitter.
Brian Van Gogh.
Brian Van Gogh.
His
Yeah.
last name's Van Gogh.
Yeah, duh.
That would be amazing.
If you believe
So
that, you should do.
gullible.
Yeah.
If you,
I
yeah,
totally would have
You know,
shared your story.
You should do a news story on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just like my name's John Facebook Liar. So,
Seriously, bring that back though. My God. This-
well, I have to
this
do
is so
that bit
elegant.
now. Yeah.
That's the
is-
first time I had heard it, and that actually, I know you, but like, if anybody else said that, I might
I'm putting down right
believe it a
now.
little bit, and I'm really cynical.
I'm like Babe Ruth pointing at the fence, telling you which celeb death, DC area, I'm going to do this bit with again. And I'm not going to bail out this time.
Who is it?
Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny. Well,
Sonny
that's not that much of a stretch.
No, it's not.
He's struggling. He's been struggling for a couple of years.
Struggling.
Struggling.
SJ is going to die and JP is going to run with it.
Are you going to though?
I am.
Can we, like,
I
pay
feel like
you
we're
to
spending
do
too
it?
much time on this topic,
No,
but
Sonny Jurgensen's gonna die.
I love this topic.
and he's gonna buy the Papa Giorgio family a house.
you should write it in advance, like, and let
Just
us
have these
let
ready
us-
to go.
Let us read the draft and kind of go through it with you.
That's too soon.
I need to like
I
just
don't know, man.
go back to guys that have died on the anniversary of the death and be like, I was so broken up I couldn't write about this till 3 years out. Prince taught my mom how to love, like something like that. Like,
I mean, it was
A lot of
very
people's mothers,
captivating.
probably.
It was well. I mean,
I wish I
again,
could write that well for anything that mattered. Instead, I just did a Facebook lie that I then deleted.
Why were you so moved by Jim Vance's untimely death?
It is because of his mom, right?
I guess because Jim Vance was in my living room since I can remember. Like, I remember when Jim went to the Betty Ford clinic for doing too much, Gigi get the AO.
Used to come over and visit your mom.
Yeah, Jim
Yeah,
Vance
I remember when he was in your living room.
would cuck my
Yeah.
father and bang my
Oh,
mom.
Jim.
Shame. I don't remember life in this area without that dude. I'm not saying I was like some big news guy. I really wasn't. When I worked at TOP, there was like a really hot girl that worked there who was like, well, you at least listen to the station, right? And I was just so eagerly like, F no, back to her. You're like, I listen to Opie and Anthony on my Sirius unit. Dude was just beloved. I don't know, man. Like, I got no negative memories of the guy. Like, he was really likable.
Well,
I
I
don't know what
know.
else
I
to
mean,
say.
there's tons of. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's hard to explain. I guess because it reminds me of knowing someone from that point in your childhood. It's almost like losing like a relative or some crap like that. Maybe it scratched that itch. I don't really know.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have an explanation for you. I teared up like a bitch.
Well,
When
we'll
I
see
heard-
if you get that same feeling in your gut when Sonny,
And Sonny Jurgensen
when he pieces out.
shuffles off to Valhalla.
You get that tear in your eye when you're signing that endorsement check
I can't
for
remember
the Lifetime original movie.
I can't. I can't remember the last time I cried. Well, actually, I was pretty bummed out when Robin Williams died.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I cried. Well, I might
Yeah, I was just thinking about that recently. Like, I
You
feel
put
like
in
I have
your-
a hard time.
Put in your signed DVD of Bicentennial Man. Have yourself a good
flubber. No, I was definitely.
Jumanji.
Yeah, that was a bummer. But I don't know if I cried. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't have like a boo-hoo, like I lost the Super Bowl cry,
yeah.
but I definitely, was like, oh, too much condensation in my glasses type moment, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I got you.
How about you, Pete? When did you last cry? Well, I mean, sober and at a celebrity death.
At a celebrity, that's what I was gonna say. Is like at celebrity death. Like, I feel like I have a hard time feeling any sort of compassion to that. It's absolutely terrible.
Well,
I kind of reflect
before
on
your
that,
heart died in the
and
deserts of Kandahar.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow, when did I get such a heart of stone?
Yeah.
I really don't know where it happened. I'm trying to think of maybe like the last celebrity death. Now you'd have to give me.
You can
some
just
time.
make one
I
up,
honestly don't even
Keep
care.
this thing flowing.
Kevin Smith. Yeah, when that
Kevin
happened,
Smith
that
died?
was terrible.
Whoa, I love Clerks,
It's a
man.
huge
Write that
bummer.
story, bro.
Yeah, God, that heart
Oh,
attack.
Is that why you're wearing that
no,
hockey- that
Yeah,
hockey
no, he
shirt
worked at my
today?
gas station. Actually,
I think that I remember when I was a kid, I was really bummed out about Princess Diana, and I had no reason to be, and I didn't understand why I was. Like that. But I was like, man, this song is beautiful. Look at that.
Goodbye, England's Rose.
Yeah. Candle in the wind. And the Beanie Baby. I mean, everyone was going crazy for the Beanie Baby. So, yeah, Princess.
How do you remember that? So weird. Oh, but I do remember
Oh,
Harris Whittles. Actually, that's when I got
Harris
a little
Whittles?
choked up. Yeah, it was Harris Whittles.
You just wanted
So
to
you guys
be.
will think it's nobody.
yeah, way to be
Yeah.
indie, dude.
Way to be millennial, bro.
Yeah.
Who is Harris Willis?
Hey, show some damn respect.
I'm sorry. No,
here
I don't know.
For the Whittles.
Whittles?
Harold Whitlow. I mean, who is this guy?
Who is he?
Harry
Is this the
Tittles.
dad from Family Matters?
Yeah.
right. No, he actually
Chris-
he used
Chris
to play
just-
Wilson.
Chris
on
just
Home
came back.
Improvement.
Oh, I know that guy.
yeah.
Pete was
No.
telling
No,
us.
he was a comedy writer on what was it, Parks and Recreation?
Yeah.
And then he worked on Sarah Silverman show.
yeah, and there was like viral
like that.
post about
Yeah,
like
he
him
was
dying.
he was in The Piano. He was
He
in
had an
Taxi
overdose.
Driver, Bad Lieutenant,
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys
Yeah.
talking about Harris
He dir-
Willis?
Harvey Keitel.
He
Yeah.
directed The Godfather.
No, that's Francis Ford Coppola. Stupid.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, is the only reason you're bummed out about it is because of that viral post from Aziz Ansari or whatever?
No, but I actually couldn't stand that post because I actually don't really like Aziz.
Oh,
I
did
You know what stilts me about Aziz is
he-
that every time I hear his name, I
pretty
think Aziz,
pedestrian.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
all right? Your mic's going off.
We've all thought that. We just never tweeted it.
Yeah.
That my mic should be off.
No. Okay. Well, now.
Hey, Pete, you want some protein shake?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Protein.
That was the last time I think I got
Pass that
shaken up
protein
by it
shake
because I was
over.
actually like
Shaken
really
up by it like a protein
interested
shake.
Shake it up.
in joining
Shake it
like
like a-
starting to get into like comedy writing and things like that. And it was somebody who I was looking at and going, I really like what he's doing. I thought all that was really good. I guess I just don't care about I don't pay attention to, let's say, like the local news or like big movies. I have a hard time doing
Those are so
Fake
disparate. I don't
I
pay attention to the local news, big movies. The NFL, what
blockbusters,
goats have
big
to say.
celebrities, yeah.
You know what's funny though?
Viral videos.
I used to be the same way when I
At
was
least he gets it.
younger or something, or I don't know.
How do
I can't
drink
talk,
this?
but I guess what I'm trying
Drank a
to
lot
say
of protein
is
shake in that bathroom.
you just
How do I
open it,
drink
dude.
this?
Huh?
You just open it.
Open what?
Bam.
I'm talking to Pete.
Got it.
You know, the guy that's on the other side of you.
Oh, sorry.
He's still shaking
I'm
about
being an
Harris
asshole
Whitlow.
today. I'm sorry. No. One time I was at
Something
Nats
so funny
Park.
about getting a dead guy's name wrong. It's just so
Good sticks
heartless.
there. Good stick.
You Harvest Willis.
Uh,
One time I was at Nats Park handing out like I don't know like free condoms or something, whatever it is,
Nice.
whatever meaningless thing I was doing. And I was trying to make a point to somebody that nobody watches the news, and I remember asking people, like I probably asked 20 people as they're walking by. I was like, "Hey, do you guys ever watch the news?" And they were like, every one of them was like, "No,"
No, it's
I love that.
stupid.
which I think is hysterical because now everybody's like obsessed with the news because it's something that they don't like. You know, it's like.
I mean, we've always been able, like when we went to Philly to do the video about the Redskins versus the Eagles or whatever. I mean, I feel like most of the bits that we did, Shorts and I did it for those who don't know, and which is basically everybody. Shorts
Literally
and I,
everyone.
like 5 years ago, did a bit where like before the season opener of the Redskins playing the Eagles, we went to Philly.
You went to the link?
We went up to Philly and we just hung out around like Pat's and Geno's.
I
And
forgot
Okay.
about your hard G bit. Hung out.
and
Hunga.
Hungarian, and we basically were just trying to make a mockery out of Eagles fans.
Okay.
So we
You
would
guys
like
were viral before John was, right?
Yeah.
sort of.
Did you
I
delete
guess.
the
Yeah,
YouTube
if-
video?
I thought
500
of it.
views equals
I thought
viral.
about
then, yeah.
doing it. But I remember our primary bit up there was we would just make up like facts about the sports world. And
Oh,
just
yeah.
ask Eagles fans about it. Like,
It's a good
Maybe-
bit.
yeah, man, I don't really have a problem with that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And
all
that's
right.
like an easy way to get people to look.
I'm
stupid.
sorry, that was really offensive.
By the way, I'm still really proud of like one joke that I wrote for that.
The
Where-
worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Do you think
No,
it would
no,
still
it's
hold up?
Well, no, because
If we were to tell it out of context right now, do you think it would still hold up?
I said should the Redskins change their name, and we were asking like a random donk on the street.
yeah.
And he goes,
We can go
he
dirty.
goes,
by
I
the
don't
way.
really know. I don't really care either way. And I was like, what if they change it to the Washingtons?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You were like, there's a story out saying that the Redskins are thinking they're changing their name to the
That's what it was,
Washingtons. And they're like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you name like a team after, after the city or
That was
whatever?
it.
Like,
Yeah, because we were in the home of the Philadelphia Phillies.
I like the other
Had to
question
explain
he
the
asked
joke, it was
people.
that
What
bad.
do you call a trigger that knows his
Now
dad's
I
name?
get it.
I like that. I guess we're past the hour mark.
We are.
That was a joke actually that Apatow
Shit, that was
riffed on
nice.
a little bit. The Philadelphia Phillies.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Fuck. I hadn't even put that together that he wasn't at that performance. I
Yeah.
always picture Lingbach floating around like a blue Jedi ghost. Fucking Obi-Wan.
He's
behind
always
him.
there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We're
Papa
talking
and
about the evening we unintentionally shared.
At the DC Improv.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we watched. We went to see Judd Apatow.
We did. The early show. That's where the shit goes
I'm an
down.
early show kind of guy.
Was that
I don't blame you
accident?
whatsoever.
Yeah, we just happened to run into each other.
No, man. Sometimes we just need a break from you two.
Whatever.
Sometimes mommy and
Nothing
dad
It's a
just
bad
need
bit.
to get out.
I'm very much the early show guy because if you go to the late show, it's the seating arrangement is totally different than
How so?
they're
How so?
predetermined where your seats will be. So it doesn't matter if you show up like first or last. Like
triggers in the back.
It depends on like when you bought your tickets.
Okay.
Whereas like the show beforehand, it's kind of like first come first serve or whatever. What? First jizz, first serve.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, what did you think? I thought he did a pretty good job.
Well, I'll run you through several thoughts. First of all, when the fuck is there always so much like tier 1 box in the audience for comedy shows?
This is how he starts. Anytime he actually gets out of the house, he calls me and he's like, "Do you know there's girls
so many
out there?
Women around
like,
here.
Holy shit!" And some of them are hot. I'm like, no fucking shit. Why do you think I leave?
Wait,
tier 1 box.
Yeah. Oh,
Some amazing boxes.
You have a knack for describing things in the most disgusting,
right?
Like rapey terms ever. I didn't even realize you were talking about vagina there. I thought you were talking about like levels of comedy.
And then you wonder why you went on a man date.
Yeah, exactly. How am I gonna die?
You thought there were hot chicks there?
I'm fucking
Maybe I was
surrounded,
tier
man.
1 box.
Oh,
okay.
he is.
Well, they were
saving
probably trying to get discovered or something like that.
Good save face.
God.
Yeah,
I like your saving face there.
You should
didn't
go to
see any
like
hot
a Chris D'Elia show.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
A comedian that
I
is
just heard him on Rogan like a month ago.
Okay.
Well, isn't he like kind of even renowned for banging fans and shit
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. And he's got like, I mean, he's like the hot chicks comic. Like a lot of his shtick is making fun of hot girls and drunk chicks or whatever. So,
so they eat it.
so
up.
girls love him. Yeah, it's not like going to a Angelo Sorokas show. Or something. But you're gonna find a lot of hot chicks at a Chris D'Elia show. It's kind of distracting, actually.
Oh God. So should we just cruise open mics now, being like, "Oh, I'm so sick of hot girls and drunk girls. You're not gonna fuck me."
Well, there's a brand of humor that,
but he's
appeals
kind of
to-
hot. He's kind of a hot dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Faggot.
That's true. There's a brand of humor that like appeals to hot chicks more than other types. Like he does shtick that is like catered to like party animal chicks who.
Delete the whole episode.
What happened?
I dropped the other.
Nothing. Don't readdress it.
Yeah.
What
All right,
happened?
go ahead. It didn't happen. Go ahead.
The
No, nothing happened. Everything's fine. Go, please. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I was kind
I'm
of
sorry. I'm
interrupted
sorry.
in the middle of.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're just hot chicks at a show. I don't
I'm
know
sorry.
where I was going with
At a
that.
Chris
Don't mind the heckler.
Delolio.
Delolio, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is I was looking at his
Christica
YouTube
Delolio.
channel the other day, and I do this a lot. Like I will go to somebody's YouTube channel and I'll go back to like their oldest videos just to
I'm
see,
like that, but with porn.
just to see like what they were putting out when they were like nubbers. You know, like the workaholics also have a YouTube channel where like it's all just like skits and bits that they were trying to get to go viral before they even had a TV show.
And yeah, okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
they just seem so much more like unfunny and unpolished. Or I mean, obviously, because it was before they like actually were getting out there.
And then
but-
they have a team
Yeah,
of
makes
writers
sense.
to punch up their jokes.
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, you guys should do it. It's actually a bit of a
And different tastes.
a confidence booster if you want to.
Oh, okay.
If you're feeling down in the dumps.
No, it's a I'm gonna kill myself booster because I remember those guys were kind of like our inspiration back in the day before we both gave up on everything that we wanted in life.
Yeah, that's true.
that?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I love
gave
having
up.
you guys on.
Yeah, life is over.
I remember that.
Ain't that the truth?
Didn't you guys? It was like a CNO show, your radio show, like maybe 5 years. Yeah.
show.
And Chris was like, "If I'm not big in 5 years, may God take my dog's eyeballs."
Oh my god, dude! Back to the eyeballs. It always gets back to the eyeballs. Oh my god.
Look at him. He is
To
putting
be
away.
fair,
a
though, you're the
bad
one that
man.
put it out there.
He
Like,
is-
you should have never brought that to.
He is putting away
That's true. You
so
did-
much protein
You
today.
did pull me aside one time when we used to work together, and you were like, "Dude,
Don't tell John anything.
no." He basically, but he said, "You don't have to share everything about your life." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "I'm saying you don't fucking have to share everything about your life." And I was like, "That's an interest. I never thought of it that way."
Yeah, you do love
I do that
to
too.
to share everything.
I do.
though.
Fuck.
Well, actually, no. I
Yeah.
won't believe that from Pete.
Oh, Pete.
I remember last episode, you guys were trying to get him to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
something that he was not into.
Pete
Oh, wait,
shares
I
is
did
like
talk
how
about
much
it,
he gets
though. Oh,
laid
yeah,
and
that's
shit.
I mean, I
That's
did talk
true.
about it, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it was after
There's-
the hour mark.
yeah,
Is that-
and there's also
Oh, and you. Oh, my
I got
bad.
a
You're
lot of
right. You're right. You gave out a
He means-
Twitter handle. and
He means
everything,
after he thought his girlfriend stopped listening.
Oh, and she listened
yeah.
live.
Does she? Does she listen?
Is she being okay?
She's
Apparently.
with
listening right now.
Oh,
Is she being
good
okay
God.
with you telling the truth on the air?
I just
Yeah.
want. I
He
want
was
to
fine with it.
Girls you fucked recently.
Yeah.
Jesus
She was
Christ.
fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She
I'm,
said. She said
I'm kidding.
actually that your guys' bit was funny,
I'm just
and
Yeah.
joking.
she wasn't upset about it.
Like OJ with that bit about killing his wife.
I ain't do it, but if I did it.
Yeah.
If
I do want to
If
meet her.
I
I heard
fuck
she's,
Lou Fei Lou.
I do want to meet her. I heard she's silly, but I think
Lou.
it's not coincidental that you haven't brought her around any of us.
I met her.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah,
I
I
met
brought
her.
her, I brought her to the live show.
Just me. Great.
That's weird. You guys didn't show up to
Exactly.
the live show at Summers. So
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just me.
who's
She
the
likes
asshole
pets with
now?
eyeballs. Sorry.
You mean the weird trivia game show that you guys did with Brian Bolte?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The weird.
Why was
foot
the whole
contest.
show
I do like that
a game show?
A
I
clusterfuck.
do like that the first
We
time
had no.
Tom
Oh,
was
really?
in here, he
Okay.
started immediately busting John's balls about a football podcast that he started in July.
I do love that.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
This episode should be called Me Interrupting Oathman over and over again. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
really
fine.
sorry, dude.
I feel like
I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking too much. I want to hear about Pete's life.
No, no.
You don't wanna
no,
talk
no, no.
Judd
It doesn't
Apatow?
talk too
Go ahead,
much.
Pete.
I mean,
tell us-
honestly, there's not much talk.
Nah.
You know, my complaints are not going to be received well from you guys. And
No,
listening
let's.
on.
I want to hear a
Well,
complaint
I mean,
now.
talking Russian hookers peeing on Trump 5 minutes in is a little obvious, you know.
I'm 100% with you, actually.
I'm fine with
I'm a-
Trump shtick. Like, Trump jokes are honestly the
He did
president show on
one-
Comedy Central is hilarious to me.
Okay.
But when you go for like the obvious softball jokes, I'm just like, all right,
It's
come on,
pandering.
man. You're Judd Apatow.
You know what's
pandering.
funny? I heard who did I hear talking about this? Oh, it was Norton with Anthony, who was, by the way, made his grand return to Sirius XM
How grand it
last
was.
Friday.
How
They
grand
were
it
talking
was.
about it. They were like,
Still haven't listened to it.
it feels weird because it
Go watch
should be
another
really
Harold
easy
Whitlock
to
video.
joke about Trump, but at the same
Harvey
time, it's
Wilson.
like, where do you draw the line of that's too easy?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, have you guys seen the President Show?
No,
I have not.
I think I
It's
watched 5
so
minutes at
funny,
your house
dude.
one time.
It's so good. Like,
You are
dude-
so into like Comedy Central still. Like, and I respect. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
as a knock.
I mean, I love like
I'm fucking reading Reddit.
They
and
still
looking at
respect the
Christ.
comedian.
It's like Reddit and Chatterbait
Yeah.
over here. So you
You're
watch.
still on Chatterbait.
Still repping
Are you
Chatterbait hard.
serious?
Still repping Chatterbait hard.
Isn't it
Is that like
80%
Russian
dudes
roulette?
being on?
Or, I mean, chat roulette.
You're just
Yeah.
watching it from the outside, right? Like you're not signing in.
No,
right?
Chatterbait is
I'm not
the,
performing.
Oh,
No,
Chatterbait.
no, no, no,
but
Chatterbait
you're
is
not,
the
like,
like
signing into,
cam
like-
girls.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not signing
Oh,
in to
that's
like
right,
talk
that's
to
right.
anybody, right? You're just checking
no.
out the channels, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just go on the
whatever.
channels.
I've been so tempted to pay for a couple tokens. I've been so tempted.
Isn't that the nubbiest thing, by
All
the
right,
way?
well,
yeah.
off air, I've got a code for you.
You too?
Nice.
Hook you up.
Sick. It is the nubbiest thing. The fact that they're begging for tokens is nubs, but the fact that dudes like pony up the cash is like,
The whole thing is nubs.
It's
Every
so
part of
weird.
it is
Yeah, like
nubs.
I'll do it for this much, and then actually,
Yeah.
like when you break down how much that is, it's so
$5.
it
By the way, how
usually-
is that
it's
not
so
prostitution?
Little. It's
what?
so little.
Offering to do like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess
I mean,
because
isn't
you're
it
on
the
the other
same
side
thing?
of a webcam.
Yeah.
Well, because you're not actually performing sexual activities for
Yeah,
them.
sure.
We should all do it together.
Like just the four of us whacking off on cam.
Yeah. No. We should.
Oh, yeah. What? What do you mean by?
Because like you
It's
get a private room with a chick, and then you just like ask her
Oh.
to do stuff for you, right?
I thought you
I
were
don't know
saying
how-
like we
Yeah, I
put,
thought you meant like
Oh.
we should all fuck each other.
Oh,
like we
no,
put the
no.
podcast on Chatterbait.
So Othan's
No.
the only straight one. 'cause
Yeah,
we're all
so
like,
we're all like,
all right,
fuck
so
yeah.
who's fucking who?
Airtight Oathman.
And he's just like, no. I just wanted to split it 4 ways, like we were getting a pizza. Or something. We don't have to fuck the pizza. Sorry.
Because what happens? You get into a private room with the chick, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like,
I,
can
but
you
you're-
do this? Or
you are
whatever?
paying to go into a private room with a woman who is already in public, like spread her asshole like a kid going, ah, you know, with his fucking, with his fucking lips.
So when you're trying to be gross, you can
Yeah.
be really fucking gross.
Yeah. So she saved a little. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
establish here.
But it's also weird because you're in the room.
John's like, yeah, she's taking a screwdriver and shoving it up her ass. Goat sex.
Yeah, her asshole looks like a baby yawning.
Ripping at her clit like a skin tag. You know?
What?
Nothing.
That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Did we all catch that?
No, I'm just laughing because I think I'm
Can I
supposed to.
repeat it?
Sure, yeah.
He said
Say it.
her asshole looks like a baby yawning.
I don't know where it came from.
That's fucking hilarious.
Toothless and adorable.
200
That
tokens.
took it too far.
200 tokens.
Little Gerber at the corner of your mouth.
Yep, just
Wait.
trying to make that Gerber life money.
So, so the chatterbait bit is you'll just lurk as
Yeah,
like a free
yeah.
user.
Lurk
Yeah.
Papa.
But if you pay the whatever $40, you can get. It's basically like a strip club. Like you can get like a private dance.
And
But
much
you
like
don't
the
really-
strip club, I want to sit around and not pay.
But you
Yeah.
don't- at a strip club, you don't instruct them. You don't tell them, hey, can you do this and that? Like
No.
that's the bit
This
on
is
chatterbait.
this is like the Netflix evolution of going to the movies, where things are on demand.
That sounds amazing. We have to do it together.
Just do a bit where we record ourselves, like getting one of these.
Just interacting with the chick. Yeah.
Are we still talking about fucking each other?
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
so this part
On
isn't going to
camera,
the
yeah.
station. Can we do that here?
What? Fuck each other?
I guess. Yeah,
Butt
throw
side.
a hat over the camera, and then just
I would
Couple-
love to watch
couple
that here.
tools and Othman's
much
cheeks.
Wait,
Wait.
that cost?
Is that code for a condom over your dick?
No, there's like a camera that would film us fucking in the corner.
Yeah, y'all better wear condoms.
How much do you think that costs?
Still-
Like $40?
to fuck Chris.
No. I'm really into this
For-
idea.
4 locos.
Are we still not talking about fucking each
I
other?
think we're gonna bang
Yeah.
each other tonight. Yeah.
Nice. Finally, the streak ends.
Silly.
The tokens.
The tokens. Oh, it feels so beta saying that. It's like when you buy a bunch of or buy a hooker for 120 roses.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
yeah,
say
yeah.
dollars.
Oh yeah, because you're familiar with the strip clubs. Yeah. No, what? Why don't you buy this woman a rose?
Yeah,
Oh,
guys,
shit.
try not to be
Or-
beta in front of
or-
Othman. We got a MAGA, okay?
Or buy her an energy drink. Jesus, have a
Oh
rough
God,
night.
I hate
You
that.
see that? Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So we're both familiar with that.
Can you buy me a Sprite?
No.
Oh no, you're
Fuck
gross.
outta
That's
here.
horrible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can the lady get a Sprite,
This is-
please?
One time I
Yeah.
really got scammed hard. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Uh,
This lady, I was going to use the Wells Fargo ATM by the grocery store. Like it was after I'd got out of the gym, so it was like 2 years ago, obviously.
Mhm.
And the woman
cut that a little late.
We're busy pretending.
the woman did the whole like, my car is out of gas, I just need a little bit of money.
Oh.
And I was going to the ATM, and honestly, I didn't want her to pull out a fucking gun.
Some gum. You
Some-
want some gum?
So
I don't know. How
I
many
just gave her
coins is it?
$20.
That is annoying. I hate that bit too.
Wait, how much?
When, like
did-
all of a sudden,
was like
their
11:30
burden
at
becomes
night.
yours.
Chris,
Right,
first of all,
yeah.
describe the woman where you feared a gun.
She was like a haggard 55-year-old woman.
No race.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
she was a white
Racially
lady.
ambiguous.
She was shut the fuck up. She was white.
He doesn't want to take it too far. There might be
No.
a Jezebel article written about him.
So 55
Writer
year
for
old
CBS.local.Washington.
.nubs .fired.
Dude,
A 55-year-old haggard white. So you were afraid of like a Jimmy Buffett concert goer.
A
I mean,
parrot.
basically,
A
yeah.
parrot
But
head.
if you think about the situation,
Really?
it was a big empty parking lot at like 11:30. It was.
She
I mean,
could have raped you.
Yeah.
No,
She
I
also
was
could have
going to
sucked
the
your dick,
ATM.
is what it sounds
that's
like.
true.
Those,
I mean, I guess I
they're
didn't think of
they're
it that
very
way.
common in that. I wouldn't know.
Would you have taken a beach from a homeless lady?
You know, I saw videos like that recently.
Homeless beach?
What?
But weird.
Yeah.
What website?
Yeah.
This guy that like supposedly.
homeless.bj?
Can you do me a favor? Can you give out my social
What?
security number?
No, just dot the fan dot Jeff Smoker. Yeah.
I hate-
Fucking asshole.
I do hate how confident some of those people who will approach you, like, in the middle of the
Okay,
night. How like I was
It's
I
but
was,
weird.
I was with Sean Koch. You guys don't know him. He's like
Coke and
this
Snort.
this drug dealer. that I used to be friends
Hey,
with.
Barty. Listen, Barty.
And
He calls you Barty, right?
hey, listen,
He only calls you Barty.
He calls
Yeah,
you by
he
your
calls me
slave name?
Barty. Hey,
He's only
So-
ever called you Barty.
So I'm driving him home, right? And we stop at 7-Eleven. Hey, can we get a couple smokes? I'm like, all right, sure. So we're like, he gets his cigarettes and he's like, come hang out with me real quick. I don't want to smoke in your car. And so we're hanging out outside the 7-Eleven. All of a sudden, this black dude walks up. He's like,
Now I'm scared.
He's like, hey, and it's like 11:30 midnight. He's
Okay.
like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't got no cash. And I was wondering, like, yo, can I get like a cigarette right quick? And Sean Coke is like, yeah, sure. I don't care. And he gives him a cigarette. And he's like, all right, cool. Hey, can I get one of them lighters?
Yeah,
and he's
like
like,
$100.
yeah. And so Sean Coke gives him a lighter. And then dude's like, he's just about to light it. And then Sean Coke goes, hey, by the way, if you want to make that a menthol cigarette, all you got to do is like break the filter a little bit. And it's like, hey, what the fuck you mean if I want a menthol? He's like, no, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just saying if you want a menthol. He's like, hey, man, how you just going to come at me and just say I want a menthol cigarette like that? Like, what the fuck you mean? He's like, whoa, calm down, buddy. I didn't mean anything by it. So dude basically cusses him out and then walks inside. And he's like, what the hell was that about? And so the guy walks back outside after being in the store for 2 minutes. And he literally, I sort of got like he had never seen us before. Walks up to us and he goes, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got out the joint, you know what I'm saying? And like I called my aunt, I called my mom and stuff, and ain't nobody picking up. I was wondering, like, can I get a ride real quick? And then Sean goes like, and I'm looking at him like, dude, you just, first of all, get away from me. Yeah. Secondly, you just cuss us out. Like, I'm not gonna give you right. Like, even if it was a super racist thing, I'm not gonna give you just cuss.
Even if it was a super racist.
Sean Coke was like, nah, I'm sorry, man. We gotta go. We're in a hurry. And the dude sees me from the corner of his eyes, like looking at him like super judgmental because I was.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, yo, what's up with your
clutching your man purse?
The dude's like, yo, what's up with your homeboy though? And Sean goes, what do you mean? And he's like,
he's Moroccan.
Why is your boy looking at me like that? And the dude's like, I don't know what you mean. And he looks at me, he goes, yo, something about it? And I was like, what? And he's like, something about it. I was like, something about it?
That's what he wanted to hear in reply.
He goes, yeah, you want to do something about it? Like, what's up? Why are you looking at me like that? I was like, nah, man, I'm cool. We're just, heading out pretty soon. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then like walks away, and then we get in the car.
Did a part of you want to be like, what? Fuck?
Yeah. Well, I thought about it. I was like, am I going to get in a fight with this dude who just got over Sean Coke being racist over a cigarette? Like, this is not worth getting angry about. But I was blown away by the fact that he had the confidence after he cussed us out to come out and like softly ask for a ride home. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? But I think that he thought that we were so intimidated by him that like we were going to just buckle to whatever he asked.
I hope you got proper white guy vengeance, and when you were safely in the car and like the light turns green, you scream like, sorry about your aunt or something like that.
Fuck you.
You threw your bank account balance out the window.
Yeah, that was a weird night. But honestly, he did deserve to get cussed out because offering a menthol cigarette when the guy just asked for a light.
Well, I like how he was like so like clueless. What the fuck was that about?
I'm just trying to help you out.
That's like a really funny like character. Like you're just like you're so fucking
so
clueless.
Oblivious.
Yeah. What the fuck was that guy's problem?
What? There's some ribs in the back.
Yeah. Anyways.
Holy shit. Oh god. So dead Chester Bennington. There's a segue.
Oh yeah.
I got nothing. R. Kelly sex cult. NFL player gets a dog stolen. Jay steals a cat.
Hey, do you want a sip of my purple drink? What the fuck is that guy's problem?
I think they're selling Kool-Aid in there if you want some. Yo, what the fuck, man?
I have some hypnotic and a halved watermelon.
It was totally uncalled for.
Hey, by the way, I heard there's a really good chicken place.
Hey, I love the new Jay-Z album, by the way.
Not for nothing. Chillin's delicious.
He's just trying so hard to relate with the guy. Yeah. Good times.
That Medea. Hilarious.
Hey, Tyler Perry doesn't get enough credit for the material he puts in.
You know what's amazing is I'm surprised he doesn't do more movies.
Hey, what's up with this Trump guy, right? Trying so hard to be his friend.
Dude, 3/5 is bullshit.
You're a whole person, me.
Yeah. About the R. Kelly thing,
Yeah.
The only thing that sticks out to
R.
me
Kelly
about
clearly framed.
that,
Hey, did you hear what happened to Jim Vance?
he never got the respect he deserved.
So well spoken.
Man. Did you see the article about the R. Kelly thing that said R. Kelly having the sex cult proves that America doesn't care about black women?
R. Kelly.
First of all,
Wait,
I'm
wait,
going
let
to
me
leap
piece this
about
together.
3 spaces down in stereotype Candyland.
Yeah.
Where did you hear this?
R.
on
Kelly's having sex with
Breitparty.com?
black women. No way.
Yeah, I know, right?
But can you summarize it real fast? I don't have it punched up, but like what
Can
happened?
you just say the headline again or whatever it was? I didn't process it the right way.
Let me actually find the headline.
You're thinking of actual Robert Kelly, the comedian, having a sex cult.
You know what,
dude? You get your chloroform, you get your ties. Boom, she's in the trunk.
I don't think he raped anybody or anything like that. I think he just, brainwashed them to.
Isn't that a show? That was the most bizarre story. Did you hear the girl? Like, she was like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's cool.
So, okay,
like my parents won't leave me alone. Like,
what is the accusation that he has like a compound full of
and then they're
box, as you so
they're
grossly
like, are
said?
you in the state of Georgia? And she's like, well, I can't tell you that, but it's like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer to hear about. I mean, it's basically just
Say, John, I'm sorry. I didn't
No, like, what is it? Like, several women have come forward and they're like, he has like this fucking fuck mansion with a bunch of bras that are kind of like,
that's the
in
story
some
that
sort of sense locked up there.
as I understand it, they're like his, I guess slaves wouldn't be the right word, but
Mhm.
they're basically
Offensive.
like his,
Enslaved people.
basically sex slaves, pretty much. I think is the idea.
R. Kelly's story makes us realize that no one cares about black women.
Yes.
Did they only have 3/5 of an orgasm?
Who wrote it?
Soraya McDonald. I'll give you
Good Irish
3
name.
guesses.
3 guesses about what?
What are races?
Korean, Japanese, and Thai.
No.
Oh, I thought I had the trifecta.
Honestly, man, I think it's I think he has like I don't know if they're underage or what. Honestly, I don't really know much about the story.
I don't like legit. All that can make this nicely done, Chris. All that can make this bad is that they're like manacled to the wall. They're tied up or some shit. They're adults. Like, who cares?
They're what on the walls?
Manacle. It's like the dungeon chain shit. Sorry, I played a lot of like fantasy games as a kid. Learned it from a magic
What kind
card.
of fantasies are you talking about?
You don't have
Them
those?
as a kid? You pretended to be a sex slave as a kid?
Yeah, I've heard. I believe I can fly, and immediately that's where my brain went.
No, I don't. Like, that whole thing was like so bizarre. And first
How
of
bizarre?
all, I don't give a fuck about the story at all.
About black
Because
no,
because it's
just about
black
the
women.
story.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
if you're willingly,
You're horrible.
if you're willing,
Blue Shorts doesn't care about black people.
that's still
Yeah.
the funniest video of all time. Can you please
No,
say
like-
that?
Or Mike Myers.
Yeah. Oh, God, Mike Myers sitting there just so fucking.
And his
mortified.
eyes like started like darting around. He's
Yeah.
like,
Like no response is the right
It's
response.
just help
to
me
that.
in Morse code. Yeah.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. It's
George
the,
Bush. Yeah.
it's the funniest fucking.
What was he
thing.
trying to do there? Like
He's just
He
trying
was-
to
he was a
raise awareness.
everything
provocateur.
Kanye does is based on getting more people to pay attention to him.
That's
Yeah.
true.
When you think about it.
Remember when he made that Jim Vance post?
Dude, he got dude. Remember when he went to fucking Trump Tower right after the election?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why are we
Which
all
one?
looking
I
around like
think that
fucking
was-
I thought I heard
ghosts are in the
somebody
room?
knock on the
Oh,
door.
okay.
You're right though. It's like that's his bit.
It's brilliant though.
It is fucking brilliant.
I was reading a story about him and how like he was performing. It was when he was a known, like nobody knew who he was. And he was performing at some like festival or something with a bunch of like rich white people, and nobody was paying attention to him because they didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And he like breaks out into this like crazy diatribe on stage, like, "Hey, y'all better pay attention to me. Y'all gonna know who I am like 5 years from now, blah blah blah," and like going crazy on the people for not paying attention to him. And I was like, the balls
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
because I mean, we've all bombed on stage.
I was gonna say,
right?
imagine
Like,
in a
been
different
through people
context.
not paying
Some of
attention
us
to
more
us.
than others. Yeah.
Yeah, an open micer doing that.
Yeah, dude. Like when I performed my rap song at Sup Dogs and saw the sea of people not even looking at me,
Yeah.
I just wanted it to end right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was
You
like,
just wanted to get off the stage
Yeah.
halfway through.
Yeah.
I didn't want to demand or command attention from anybody who wasn't willing to give it to me. So like reading that story and to think about like him having the gall to do that is insane to me.
Can you imagine if you had said that to all those people?
Y'all gonna know who I
Hey,
am.
fuck y'all.
Y'all gonna know the Sup Dog song. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is supremely ballsy, is what it is.
I guess
But I think
I don't know.
that's what it takes to.
It does, yeah. Because I was gonna say the analogy I can come up with.
Yeah, but I don't
is
think isn't he kind of unique though? Like,
Yeah,
he's not like.
not everybody.
I don't think it takes that.
Right.
Like,
But it takes
I
that
mean,
like level of confidence.
it takes some sort of thing that's like diametrically opposed to posting something that's going viral and then deleting it as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
going viral.
Like I am Kanye West, Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the
Yeah.
opposite of that.
But I'm saying like you have to be so sure that you're right and everybody's wrong, whether you're vocal
Right.
about it or it's just something you have like internally. Well, I think we all have that sort of.
Yeah, seriously.
That's Trump too. Though.
Yeah.
It's the
Jewish
same
bit was
thing.
gold.
Like he said, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like his perspective was, I don't give a fuck. Everybody apologizes. I don't give a shit about your fucking like demanding me to apologize. And he tied it in perfectly with the right rhetoric, and he fucking used it to become fucking president.
I mean, just like Hitler, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So what are we doing here? Are we doing the bit?
Good a bit.
Oh, you mean going putting a few back?
Yeah.
I'm
We
sized,
can
yeah.
punch out if you want.
Why don't we do a live appearance at the bit?
Okay, sure.
I've been trying to build up for that for months, but then John always like ruins the bit by saying what the bit is.
Yeah.
Well,
John
I mean,
like
that's part
has
of the
no
bit, though.
commitment whatsoever to any bits.
What about the Jewish bit?
I should have seen this coming. Yeah, that was the only the shocker. The one time he has a terrible fucking bit, he overly commits to it.
Well,
That's
he
the
helped
first
you
time he
commit
ever-
to your character bit,
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
but he had no choice because you weren't backing down from that.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, fuck. we
Yeah,
can-
I still a part of me does think that the last show, whenever it was,
Uh-huh.
was payback in some way. Like I don't know if you would ever admit to it.
Passive
but-
aggressively getting you back.
right.
I might give you my subconscious
John's
or
a cunt
something.
like that.
It
He would do
was-
some shit like
It
that.
was not planned. I'll say that.
right. Yeah.
Why did that bit make you so angry?
It was just annoying and it fucking sucked. It was boring.
I bet he gets exactly like this when you put him in front of a Woody Allen movie.
Oh, right. Because you're such a genius, John. Oh, yeah. 1600. I
No.
know. You got the proof.
No, he's saying you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Stupid.
Like he hears the opening notes to Schindler's List. He's like, fuck. Can we put on
Fast
something
forward, please.
Yeah.
Where's Liam? Oh, he's back.
Schindler's List. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
All right.
I hope it's a fucking
Hey, did you-
Kratos.
did
'cause
you
I'm
pull up
so
the
bored.
Kanye thing?
Time?
What's that?
Did you pull up the Kanye thing?
Which kind
Judge
of
Bush doesn't care
Yeah.
Okay.
about black people.
John hates adding elements to the show.
I add an element of laziness.
I need some way for me to get that over here so I can pull up those clips.
That would be nice. So I'm gonna not air
George
the
Bush.
YouTube ad.
By the way, this was
Silly.
Katrina. Like, this was about,
With
like,
the breach of 3 levees
It was a big
protecting
deal.
New Orleans, the landscape
How
of the city has
fucking
changed
just-
dramatically.
how earnest Mike Myers is. The breach of 3 levees. Just fucking. He's Walter Cronkite over
see,
here.
I prefer the shorter clip, but I can find them both funny.
Okay.
Tragically, and
Oh
perhaps
god. And Kanye is
Like
just
some kinda-
sitting there, unflinching, staring right at the camera like a fucking psychopath.
Oh, he knows exactly
knowing
what he's gonna do.
exactly. Like
Right.
a guy who's about to chop the head off someone in a jihadi video.
By the way, I apologize for that last thing that I said. That was like douchey and comedy hipsterish.
What'd you say?
I prefer the shorter clip, but
I have a shit
find
attention
I
span
can
too.
find humor in both.
I was more offended by your blatant anti-Semitism than that, but we'll continue.
What are you gonna do?
perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media.
Oh my
You
god!
see a black family,
Fucking
it
hell!
says they're looting. See a white family, it says
He is not giving a
shit.
shit.
You know, it's
Oh
been
my
5 days
fucking god!
because most of the people are black And
If
even
Mike
for
Myers
me
is like,
to
"Do I
complain about, I would be a
not?"
hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the teacher TV because
The
it's too hard to
teacher
watch.
TV.
I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and
that
just to
part's dope.
imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor.
Like if you watch,
He's a total loose cannon.
holy shit. Like
You
don't
can never
just-
put him in a position like that.
Just think
because-
about how different what he's saying is from what Mike Myers was saying. Mike Myers was just going on with the program. Then he's like, all of these people are starving, and I hate the way they're portraying us in the media. What the fuck? What's going on here?
like Mike Myers, if you watch his face while listening to Kanye's
But he's
audio,
right. I think we all know
that is a man.
I'm sure.
His face looks like he's seeing his future die in front of him. It's
Well, I mean,
fucking.
I can't remember the
incredible.
last movie
The
he made.
black
since
people,
then.
No, it's
You're
really
saying Kanye killed
was
Mike?
some sort
I
of
think
kiss of
so.
death. Yeah.
the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help.
So he hears the Red Cross part, and finally he's like, "Fuck, something I can nod to." Yes,
yeah.
enthusiastic.
Are
Yes.
at war right now, fighting another way. And they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
What?
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating. is the
I chose to
lasting
pick it
damage
back
to the
up.
survivors
Man, he's
able
a
to
pro.
rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
It's just that's what makes it so funny is they're just saying two totally different fucking things. Like completely.
He has already shoved one arm completely up Mike Myers' ass, and Mike Myers is just starting to like take a breath. And he's like, "Here's what I got for Act 2, motherfucker." And just wears him like a muppet. God.
George Bush doesn't care about
George Bush doesn't care.
about black people.
I love how he like progresses. Like it gets worse and worse.
Oh,
as time
yeah.
goes on. Like the first thing he said was kind of like, okay, so like this is
Yeah.
kind of about race, okay, and then he goes, you know, we're in a war out here. They shooting us, blah blah, and then the closer, the finisher.
Yeah.
George Bush doesn't care about black
Oh my
people.
God.
He couldn't get any worse.
No.
That dude is so extreme, man. He does not give an F.
George Bush is Hitler.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right.
Well, yeah. It seems like Oates wants to get some delicious fried clams.
No.
to be
I
honest.
just.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
I know.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I don't know. What else do you guys want to chat
I'm
about?
sized, yeah.
Chat about.
Size for protein shakes?
Yeah, for whatever.
Do you guys ever want to go to England or anything like that? I
There's
really
about
want to go to England.
three
Yeah, but
countries.
I don't
need
get
to get the
sized to
hell
get
out of this country.
Killed by a truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't get sized.
Yeah, we're American. We demand to be shot.
right.
Yeah.
Like
That's
a
right.
stabbing. Like, can you imagine going to a pub and then you're stabbed? They're big,
Yeah, that
they're
would
big on the
suck.
knives over there.
Well,
Cool.
yeah, it's hard to get guns, I guess.
Well, now that the wheels have come off,
I
showing-
got him right
Is
here.
there a
The
place
Incredible
where
Hulk.
we can't get into a street fight?
Incredible holes.
Or won't really?
There are countries where they're super polite and would rather let you win.
I just want to hang out in Canada.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do that.
Totally.
Let's make a live Canada show.
What, like
Live
the
broadcast?
Montreal Comedy
Yeah.
Festival or something?
Exactly.
I'm down.
Me too.
I kind of feel we had like 5 silly ideas in the span of 30 seconds. We'll
Hey,
act on none
King.
of them, but they were good ideas.
John,
That's the key.
this is
Yeah, he's trying to
serious.
stop us already.
He's serious. He's serious. He's not joking.
I'm just trying to delete the post that
We're not going to
of
do
life.
any of them. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what a fucking loser.
I'll go with you guys.
Sorry. Thanks for inviting me, guys.
It's great having you.
Thanks for coming on.
Good seeing you, dude.
Someone
dig-
who
I
can
slept
appreciate
ha-
the
I
the
slept-
Jewish
this
I
people.
whole-
slept
Nah,
most of the way
turkey.
through it.
Well, this was actually the song that Jim Vance selected to sign off with on the 6 p.m. newscast. That's why I like it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would hear these.
Oh, you're
notes.
serious. I can't tell. You lie about everything.
I'm XM. Yeah, it is legit. These notes kicking in right here. You knew your night was about to end.
Oh, nice. He saved your life, man.
He did. He got me out of the crack game.
Out of the game.
Never. Can't put a price on that shit. Oathman, thank you for
Papa.
coming in, man, and please do so more often. I guess.
Yeah, man.
Are you finally done with classes and all that shit, or? I don't
Yeah,
know.
for the time being.
Sounds good.
I've given up on most things.
Cool.
My
That's where
waistline.
That's where I like my friends.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to my hood.
Listen to how readily Pete encourages that, so he can still be the only skinny bitch in the
I know,
cast.
it's like-
Skinny bitch.
It's like his long con.
Like, hey, let's go to this place that has all you can eat sliders.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
sits there with a fucking bucket of ice chips. Piece of shit. At Othello BT,
Yeah, at Othello BT.
you're on the Rodcast if they want to give that a listen.
Yeah. In like a year or something, I'm gonna have some music available.
That's cool.
OthelloBT.com.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
rap over this?
Yeah, that would be cool actually.
I would like that.
It's all about Jim Vance. and
Memory of my
saves
trigger Jim
Rap
Vance.
aspiring drug dealers.
And Kanye.
Yeah. George Bush doesn't care.
About Jim Vance.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh,
fun.
anytime. Chris, good to have you.
Chris.
Chris.
Hey, if you want a menthol cigarette, just play around with the filter a little bit. Hey, what the fuck, man?
You
What
know,
you
like
mean?
like a Cool or a Newport or something.
I'm trying-
Hey, you know.
the version of that for me and Chris. Hey, there's a 40% fewer calories cookie they have inside. What do you mean? And Pete, guys, yeah,
Hey.
Pete, producer Pete, you've had things on your plate tonight, sir.
Producer, why is your name Producer Pete now?
Because
he
it's
just
his
took a
way of
sh-
like no, it's his way of like
Being
asserting
alliterative?
status over Pete.
Oh, Producer maybe.
And we're Jim, producer Pete.
Inward.
All right.
I don't think we want to play that one.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna listen to fuck music and not do outros. In Papa's Basement is the website. Papa's Basement on iTunes, on Stitcher, at Papa's Basement, PAPA, not two P's. If you want to
Support a
Find me-
failure. Yeah.
find me, yeah, you know what? That support a failure. All right, till the next one.